Now that I have saved some money to build my dream home, I'm really confused about which estate company to approach. My friend had a bad experience with a particular estate agency after completing his payment and could not even get his title deed. This is serious.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Thank you.
My name is Oli. I'm from EJ Investments.
Understood.
Thank you.
You know, I must say you came at a very right time.
Really?
I was thinking about houses.
Great.
What can your company offer me?
EJ Investments can offer you a lot. We're unique in the market.
Okay.
We own our properties and we ensure that they're developed with modern technologies. They're affordable and they are strategic locations. We don't just sell pieces of land, but we create settlements.
What makes your company different from others?
We're different from all real estate companies in the Gambia because what we have to offer is affordability, safety, and security. We ensure that you get a legal contract from when you pay your deposit, and within 4 weeks of paying your final settlement, we make sure you receive your title deed.
4 weeks?
4 weeks.
That's interesting.
Yes. Now tell me, what real estate service you need?
It's absolutely EJ Investment and Real Estate Agency.
Good morning, Surahata. The people of Seattle. It's already afternoon here. Asaule. Asaule nyadi. Alwe nyadi. Mustafa Jaite. Kaunga na kamera. Kekendo. Yes, I am late. Sorry, Musubaji, I'm late. 42, ça va? Hey, Aji Maimuna. Buba, hello, Buba, hello. Asao. Mebe siatu, merole. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for help. Wow. Hey, welcome and welcome to Kerr Fatou Fridays. Every Friday we come here to talk to you about something, about what's happening during the week. Of course, yesterday what we had on the show, yesterday we spoke about the Hajj, which is next week, so we wanted to bring attention to that. And of course, as you all know, the president is on tour. So we were at the tour the first day, and our team are also on the tour with the president right now. So we will talk about that briefly as well. But also we will talk about the recent happenings, the audios, recording of people. There's so many crazy things going on in our society. I think it's important for us to talk about these issues. It's just crazy when you hear people record people and just send it to WhatsApp groups, and you know, what do you gain doing all of those stuff? So these are all the things that we definitely have to, we will definitely talk about. Badingolu ngale bismillah Kerr Fatou Fridays. comme ka ki nyamin drong arjuma ngana jang mama linguer be dunna nan sañ say ngati mila comme ka ki nyamin drong arjuma ngana nali kacha bi na kacha ko ala jele ni loku kono nga shomin kale Kerr Fatou wala ma ning hijilala ko bari hijo nga jeko aba commencé la le ñing loku na la mol bita hijola 27 28 29 so pour ka lo preparedness ba ñaadi le hijo ñimbe tembe da jimala to ko ni mol tara hijo le te batala wolbe mo kulati mi alon ko ning hajj commission mol ya kacha bare wo kono fanan president oba tola right now dol fon be non silo kan force de data tola nga fona programme kono mi alon ko was really remarkable wala jama ni president oba tamala ni be batele ka special kulungola ta e katani minna bare banko president nga minje wala ma tata ning mo passenger sul katani kulumina afana bulata o kulungol kono andu mam mol bale ka dum kulungo kono mol fanan dum ta kulungo kono be tata nyola so keta kuti mi alon ko alhamdulillah so you know wo be kerine mo fanan kacala le toñi ngata nyami nimboto woto mbita mimbe keri ni wato kono jahalo warta bake nga minje hadama dingol to nga minje gambiano to jahalo warta is amantaran to la culture to amantaran to la ado to amantaran ciosanu to mol ka mol la netalol ta iba kila nyoy mol ka mol kangol ta eni mo diam la ye record itol to min je wo kuntu ya ki dunia moy yo mari ya record ya la haju tinya ya record ya tasare mol ye te ya merite bola haju tinya iko la haju tinya bari te fango ite mun na faso to wokoto woko we siare na kafuna kabilo kono bi bake nga fatu toure tiñale dron nga mama linguer tiñale dron tanko dron ite lafta min ne wosoto akuo warta bake na ado to biyan na ciusano to nyimu kuleti mi hal ko ngamira bi na kacabe dabe sembentu yala woleto moye moje dron ala kumandiye ye mojo ikay ko tani mari kumandinye tani mari ta yanyim fa ya set up yo record yata ya janjandi wum kulti mi alon ko definitely I think ntolbe nyanta nyo haklo blandi la jele ko ka cha sifal ke bi mbo ka cha fana na telale mboka yelin don wax rek da di len dalal fi ci Kerrfatou Fridays comme niñ ko dé defé rek aljuma ci church ñu fi waxtana askan gi wala ñu dugg ci programme li ñu ñëk def moy waxtaan ci show bi nga xam ne moom lañ defoon si alxames si Kerrfatou réeréewu leen mbir ne dem maaka jot na suñu yaay yeeg suñu papa yeeg suñu maam yi ñu ngi digmal pour dem am aji ji aj mu nekk loo xam ne dafa am solo si suñu cosaan ak suñu aada ak suñu diine comme gars yi ñu ngi ci yoon nag Kerrfatou nag moom pour askan bi yëpp la ñu wax ak waa Hajj Commission ñu laaj leen preparedness bi ban level of preparedness lañ am mbax Gambie ni buñ demee duñ sonna ci yoon bi waxtaan nañoo ñoom jox nañu seen kaddu waxtaan bi am na waxtaan boo xam ne yaatu na dig nañu ne digga Gambien yi ren dina Hajj bi dina dem ci yoon waaye buñ fa jógee xam ngeen ne président Barrow moom tam dem na ci mu ngi ci too di waxtaana askan bi med the people's too bi nag mu nekk loo xam ne am na solo constitution bi moo jox président bi mandate boobu pour muy dem di wax ak askan gi di dem seeti béykat yi di wax ak ñoom bu demee dina xam seen soxla dina jël seen soxla yi moom tam mu wax leen lan mooy programme am luñ gis nag si digtale bi muy digmal too bi nag rafetlu na lool wax naa ko si suñu live programme bi ñun àndoon nañu président first day ñun North Bank yëpp defoon nañ ko luñ gis mooy bi président yi ñun dañ demoon si sax Navy base bi ñu doon contemplate boat bi la président bi demee ndax dinañ fa xëcc ñun ñuy wax ne ndax dinañ nangu ñu dugga foofu waaye buñ fa demee ñu fekk setup bi yëpp after ñu dellu si ñëw si géej bi si boppam si ferry terminal bi si lañ ñu wax ne non président si la ñu wax ne président bi demut ak boat boobu président bi dafa dem ak normal liyam bi naka la tudda normal ferry bi nga xam ne moom la Gambien yëpp dee dem te ferry boobu lañ dugga ñun tam ak yeneen Gambiens dugga nañ ci ñu rafetlu ko nag bu baax dem nañ bu ñu eggee ñëw mi gis nañ président wax na ak waa askan bi wax na leen national development plan bi nga xam ne moom la am wax na ne si national development plan bi am nañu over 40 projects lu jëm si education lu jëm si health lu dem si agriculture ak leneen infrastructure ak leneen wax na ko fa wax na fa naka la ñoo dimbalee béykat yi wax la ñoo dimbale naka la ñoo dimbalee askan bi. I think the biggest news out of ñoomi was bu président waxee ne dina samp bridge bi am na ñu bari ñoo xam ne wax nañ ne d'accorduñ ci loolu mais waa ñoomi ñun ñu ngi woon si meeting bi waa ñoomi kontaanoon nañ lool because ñoom géej bi ñoom dañ wax ne ñoomi moo gën a jege Banjul te ñoom seen difficulty mooy transportation so ñoom gëm nañ ne loolu was a great initiative waaye loolu yëpp dinañ si waxtaan dinañ si gën a waxtaan ñu xool askan bi naka lañ ko gisee ñoom lan lañ foog am na waxtaan boo xam ne sax def nañ ko askan bi next week di ngeen koo gis di laaj nit ñi ñoom naka lañ gisee loolu ñii di wax ne bridge balaa ñoo defarangum bridge ñu defal Banjul waaye ndax xam nga dama dee waxtaan saa yu nekk dama dee wax leena am na ñu dee wax ne foog ñu prioritize ñu jël project bi ñu def ko lii waaye am na yenn projects for example development partners when they give you project suñ am na ñoo xam ne suñ la joxee xaalis dañ la dee wax ne xaalis bi pour lii la sometimes mun nañ la jox lii ñu ne la but it's for training sometimes they can give you a project ñu ne la lii pour bridge bi rek la mun nañ laa jox project ñu ne la lii pour agriculture rek la ndax loolu mun nga koo divert foog naa ak experts yi mun nañ see wax lu bari waaye ak si suma gaata xel ak nu ma mun a néew ñaakan doole language naka knowledge yaakaar naa ne buñ la ne xaalis bi pour facture la war loo ko mën a jox ñangaay facture rek nga ko mën a jox loolu am na solo loolu yëpp waaye nag loolu yëpp dinañ si gën a waxtaan ñu seet naka la ko askan gi gisee ndax loolu am na njëriñ waaye I think loolu was the highlight of his first week especially bridge bi am na solo président ma make na big pronouncements challenge na the media mu ne let the media report on issues they want transparency but he also challenged us to report very responsibly. I think that's one thing boo xam ne it's also a big step boo xam ne presidency boppam di leen wax ne I challenge you to report on issues. So these are things that we are going to be talking about. I saw Dr. Loom telling us to speak English. So Dr. will be juggling between these three languages, English, Mandinka, and Wolof. So but what we're saying is, Kerr Fatou, every Friday we come here to talk about issues, to talk about what the program that we did last night. Last night we talked about the Hajj. As you know, a lot of Gambians are going to take up this journey next week, 27, 28, 29. So we wanted to know the level of preparedness, how prepared the Hajj Commission. Every year when Gambians go to Hajj, a lot of them complain about how far they live, where they live, and where they do the Hajj is. But this year we were able to talk to the Hajj Commission to look at some of these issues, to see, their accommodation, their feeding, their transportation. And these were issues that we talked about last night on the show. And I'm sure a lot of people got a lot of knowledge out of what we talked about. But also what we're going to talk about also is the president's Meet the People's Tour. Of course, every year the president has to go on the Meet the People's Tour, the farmers, of course. And... But get out of here. So every week the president goes to meet the farmers and talk to them. So this week he left Banjo on Monday to go meet the farmers. And for me, the highlight of that trip was when the president, normally the president would board us. There was this special boat that takes the president. I remember 2011 when Pajama was going on the tour. I was there. We all boarded that boat. So when we went there, myself and Kante, we're like, are we going to be allowed to board this same boat with the president? So we waited. As we were waiting, we said, you know what? We don't know with these economic soldiers. Let's just go to the ferry. So we went to the ferry. As we were boarding the ferry, we saw there were, there was some security there, and they were like, no, the president is coming on this boat, on this ferry. I'm like, wow, are we going to be allowed? And they said yes. In fact, we were allowed, and so many other passengers, ordinary passengers, were allowed on the same ferry. So we all used the same ferry as the president. So that was a good thing, and a lot of people appreciated it. And a lot of Gambians were taking video of him and the ferry. People were happy they were in the same ferry with him. So that was a great initiative. The Nyominkas were really, really happy. And then the first day of the tour, actually, the president was there talking about his National Development Plan, and he unveiled the National Development Plan consists of over 40 projects, which is ranging from agriculture, health, education, rural development, all these areas. And but I think particularly what the highlight of the first day of the tour actually was where the president mentioned about building the bridge, Banjul Bara Bridge. I saw a lot of reaction on social media. A lot of people said, why do we have to build a bridge? But the people, I can tell you, the people of Nyomi were really happy, because I was there whenever the president mentioned the bridge, building the bridge. There were so many clapping, people were jumping, they were happy, because for them, that was their biggest hurdle, because Banjul was so close to Bara. But sometimes, I remember, sometimes you're traveling to Banjul or Bara, you have to call in advance. The day we were going on tour, I had to make an arrangement for my driver to cross. He crossed around 5:30 a.m. in the morning for us to be able to cross. So sometimes that's how difficult it is to cross from Banjul to Bara. So I guess some of you, Pata and others, you don't even know how difficult it is to just cross 45 minutes from Banjul to Bara. It's really difficult. Sometimes you'll be there the whole day, and if you don't have real contracts, you're not able to cross. So many people were pleased for that, because a lot of people think that will ease a lot of problems. It makes communication easy, and I don't know what kind of bridge it is going to be, but again, the Gambia will make a lot of money out of that too, because if it's a bridge, if you go to Senegal, there are autoroute APEAs, right? They close it, people pay to go through it. So it's a lot of income that comes into the country. So, and I know that Senegal and Gambia, they are concerned about transportation. They are concerned about free trade, and a lot of Senegalese, go through Banjul Bara ferry crossing, and they will be pleased. And a lot of people, business people, are also pleased. But definitely, the people of Nyomi are also very pleased. And I think one thing also that the people of Nyomi are pleased about is the agricultural minister mentioned that this year they're going to sell the fertilizer for 700, and then he advised farmers, especially the middlemen, not to sell the price above that. So I think that is also something that was very important during the tour. And Ahmad Ba was also very vocal about tribal issues, how people are trying to tribalize issues in this country. So these were highlights of what happened during the tour. And I think I saw a lot of people complaining about the bridge, but I can tell you the Nyominkas are really happy about the bridge, because they live on the other side. I went to Nyomi, I was really surprised, and I said this on my Facebook page. The Nyomis deserve the better internet. Like, for you to even have a good internet network in Nyomi was difficult. The roads are really bad. And these were, but one thing I saw, the rural electrification is really coming up. It's really, because we went to this village, Al Jamudu, according to them, no president has ever visited Al Jamudu. No president has ever had a meeting in Al Jamudu, and the president was there. And to tell you that they had poles already erected in almost the whole of Nyomi for electricity. The people of Nyomi are like, we are pleased that the electricity is coming. So at some point, I was like, when power goes off here, I'm complaining. I'm like, oh my God, now with this, now with this, now with that. But no, that is not my first in Nyomi. No, Pata, hold on. That is not my first time in Nyomi. Let me tell you, I'm just telling you, I've been to Nyomi. I've been to get out of here. I've been to Nyomi, but when you go on the tour, I've been on tours all the time, so I've visited most of these places. But places like Al Jamudu, I think I have not visited. And that road, I don't know how they call it, Halakuloma, I don't know the name of the road. It's a very, it's one of the worst roads in Nyomi. Very bad. I remember, something that should take you about maybe half an hour. We were almost an hour. The presidential convoy was like this. We were just walking. That's how bad those roads are. That's how bad it is. They don't have electricity. They don't have all of that. But what I saw when we were driving, as we were driving on, you saw poles. They were putting poles all over. So meaning very soon they will be connected to electricity. So I think sometimes, when I came out from the meeting in Al Jamdu and we were going to Serin Maas, I kept on telling Kante, so how does these people do this? Like, I was blacked out for almost 2 hours without internet. I was almost going crazy. So what this teaches us, some of us, is people should definitely, we should appreciate some of these things, because we deserve more than the people of Nyomi? No, but they are doing so well. They are so happy, and like, they don't even, I think it's Hakalang. Yes, Alex, that's it, Hakalang. I think it's Hakalang Road. I don't know if it is the worst road in the entire Gambia. It's really bad. And the president promised to the minister of Bailamin, the minister of Works and Infrastructure, was there, and they promised to build that road, the Hakalang Road. It was really terrible. It was really terrible, and the president promised, but they were happy, and what they said was, what did this one say? Fatou. Please, Nyomi is in the Gambia. The Gambian is not in Nyomi, so okay. What did I say wrong there? I did not say anything. Please, Ansu Singate to Karembala. What I'm trying to say, Ansu, is I went to Nyomi. I went to Hakalang. So I was saying, what I'm trying to tell people, that I think the people of Nyomi want development, and they saw some developments coming, because definitely, as I'm telling you now, I was there, I saw a lot of rural electrification taking place right now. They're taking roads there. These people were begging for water. The things that they asking from the government during the meetings. You had a president na kurango te ofulanga bari polo felenga jele. President kamindani Gio nalse mako no Gio efuta. President nalse mako no na jambando. These are the things they ask for. They're not even asking for internet. They're asking for their roads. They're asking for water. They're asking for electricity. These are the basic things. So I think what I'm trying to say here is some of us are more privileged because we live around here. When light goes off, I go crazy. I was in Al Jamudu, and I did not have internet for what, an hour or so, because the network was not very good. And Malofa, I cannot tell you how I felt. It's just like when I'm in the flight, how I feel when I don't have internet. But these people, they are very content with what they have. So sometimes, I don't know, when people were complaining about we should prioritize, how do you call it? We should prioritize development. Maybe the bridge is good for the people of Nyomi. Maybe the bridge is good for them because it makes access easy for them. And once you have a bridge, maybe more telecommunications company will be able to go and set up their BTSs in Nyomi because they know communication is easy. So I'm just trying to, that's my own thinking. So, but hey, it's up to all of us to think about, to say how we feel about issues. But I think the Nyomis also deserve, like I said, they deserve a good internet, they deserve clean water, they deserve a good road network. I was really amazed with the Hakalang Road, and I think it was really bad. The president promised to rebuild that road, and right now they are putting up the rural electrification, so that also is there. And then there are other things that the government promised them, and I hope they get all of that. But the other thing that we're also going to discuss when Mama comes is the, how do you call it? Is the recent happenings, the audio. God, so thank you, Fatou. That is true. Building a road bridge can never be wrong. I think. Can't add you. You can't add me? Let me see. Allows, okay. So add me now. Man Lamin la jógee, so how you bari ak Badibu. So you know why I'm advocating for my people, because I am Kota Badibunka. So my grandmother is from Badibunka. So I think the people of Nyomi, we deserve a bridge. We want a bridge. As a matter of fact, we want this bridge to be installed ASAP. We want to be able to communicate, go back and forth. I want to be able to go to Badibu Kerawan and come back in the evening. You know, I don't have to wait arrange for a ferry. So I think we deserve people of Badibu and Nyomi, we deserve this. So I'm just, Mama Linger, I'm trying to get some. So Mama Adma. So after that, we're going to talk about the audios. So, you know, I am so scared to talk to people on the phone now because you don't know who is genuine anymore. We don't know who is genuine right now. You don't know who you're talking to, and they're recording you. Like, yesterday I was talking to my friend and she was like, Fatou, you gotta be careful. I'm like, what's happening? Well, why? And she was like, do you know there are apps that people install in their phone and they can, hold on. Seems like Mama is here. Okay. Okay, let me. Yes, sir.
Allô, allô.
Ça va?
Ça va bien? Ça va très bien. Et toi?
Ça va.
Ça marche?
Fala em nak.
Ça marche? Ndax mu ngi dox la lay laaj?
Très bien, très bien, très bien.
Mu ngoog.
Yes. Xam nga nag kota Sénégalais la.
Mu ngoog.
Mama naka sa ajuma?
Santa di nuyu ñëpp ñuy seetaan. Fatou Touré su ma amutee man tam African next Friday damay strike comme que strike dafa xew.
Strike ñaan naa bu fi strike de.
Damay strike.
Nañ bàyyi strike. Baro mu ne ñu bàyyi strike. Baro mu ne nañ respect police yi te bàyyi strike.
Damay strike de. Man tam daal su ma jotee African daal damay strike.
Bul strike.
Man tam dama war a sol African dress style by tea daal maa ngay bëgg a mer.
Style by tea Matilda waaye yow nag yow bul tax ñu wax de yow Matilda la call na la wax na la yónnee sa message dafa mel ni yow daal yow waaye ba liggéey.
Waaw.
Mama tey moom dama doon introduce ne we will just look at the li xew show bi actually brief naa def naa about last night show yi fi maaka lañ doon waxtaan ak Alhaji Ousmane Dia Hajj Commission. And also dinañ seetaan wax tuuti ci Baro toobi Baro dem na door na meet the people store on Monday tey mu ngi URR ñun ñu ngi delluwaat ëllëg incha allah pour dem gàttandu ko pour ñëw waaye si toobi li ma doon wax Baro bi mu doon dem suma normally si président day tukki dafay dem ak boppam ba pare ñaari gaal ñu gàttandu ko maa ngi remember time boobu Yaya Jammeh suñu dem noonu lañ lay def waaye Baro dafa ñëw ak feeri Gambie bi la duggee in fact ñun ñëpp
waaw gis naa loolu
ak yeneen ba pare tam bi mu eegee ñoom yi waxtaan ak gaay receive nañ ko waxtaan ak askan gi wax nañ ko seen tawat Baro dig na leen ne li ma fa gis laa doon wax gis naa ne definitely rampi pôle yi doon nañ di leen sampa ba si dëkk yu nga xam ne ñu ngi si biir sax yaa ngi gis pôle yëpp ñu ngi leen sampa rural electrification bi is going on is going on very fine nit ñi ñu ngi fu mu ne nii lu ñoo joytu mooy seen yoon yi lu ñoo joytu mooy mbéy mi ak xëy pour seen xale yi ñu ngi wax na leen président nguur gi utal xëy pour xale yi comme ñu ut ay usine ay magasin ay lii ba pare seen tourisme bi tam gars yi bëgg nañ ñu develop ko these were the concerns but obviously dama doon wax basic stuff gars yi nga koo laajte gars yi ngay laajte water they asking for water they asking for road network they asking for electricity waaye ñoom ñëpp bu ñu waxee dañ ne electricity moom waruñ koo laajte sax because right now ñëw na so lii gis nañ ne Baro mu ngay unveil
mu ngi on development mu ngi ko unveil waaye mama leena li ma gis tam mooy Barrow mu ngi introduce Barrow youth movement for national development mu ngi ko introduce si tool bi gis naa ko fa very interesting very interesting mama tey lii mooy waxtaan bi suñ paree nag ñu ñëw si audio yi tam waaye ñu dooree si tooyi Barrow bi suñ paree ñu dugal si audio yi
Fatou fanaa ñun ñëpp dañoo rafetlu definitely too bi because gis nañ bu yàggoon ba ni too bi daan mel nit ñi ni ñoo baree government ñu tëj fu nekk ñëpp dem so at least this time the entourage is much smaller and definitely gis nañ ko tamit ne normal ferry bi la jëlut navy ferry bi ñu ñi jiital fii ñi di jiital fii nii so at least those are changes yoo xam ne ñu ngi ko door di gis in terms of spending te foog naa ne tamit ne ñi liggéeyal Barrow tamit o ñu nekk under Barrow tamit suñ gisee loolu ñoom tam war nañoo xam bu baax naka fan la ñoo teg seen tànka ak ni ñoo spendee ñoomi tamit understand nga because su fekkee ne président bi mu ngi joxe exemple vice président bi mu ngi joxe exemple vice président bi wax nañ ma ne moom du amul sa motokiir du comme nekkul ci kaw tali bi ñëpp wàcc abal ko mu romba and stuff like that du ko dee def soo gisee ñooñu njiit yi di def noonu fanaa yow tamit yow mi nekk si ron fanaa yow tamit war ngaa emale sa bopp nga emale sa spending department bi nga nekk nga emale su ko defee ñu won at least ñu door this austerity measures pour wone ne bu dëkk bi definitely nekku ne dañ am yëpp fi mu nekk nii nekku ne dañ am yëpp and we're trying so definitely I think it was very welcome pour ñu gis président bi mu dugga si gaal bi like everybody cross ak gaal bi instead of jël navy gaal bi ñu defal ko essence ñale toppa si and stuff like that so definitely that's a very positive thing loo xam ne dañ leen koo comment bridge bi tamit nit ñi yàgg nañ di ko wax dangaa gis moto yi ñëw oo nga tukki sa ñëw war a jàll saka soo ñëwee ak flight yi guddi nga am pour fanaan baara and this way bridge bi suñ ko bilee yeneen toll bridge yi gis nañ ko everywhere else you have a bridge nga ku nekk dafa fay sooy jaala so the only thing is soo ñëwee pour jaala nga fay then nga jaala I think that's a very positive thing as well because dina indi revenue boo xam ne tamit xëy na bridge bi sax mooy gën a neex a control in terms of revenue because moto buy dugam CCTV cameras ak yii nii yëpp moto buy duga di nga ko gis moto buy cross di nga ko gis revenue beeg yooyu noonu yëpp di nga ko mën a control in terms of revenue as well so definitely these are positive things maa ngi gis Facebook as usual noise baa ngi bari ñii yaa ngi nekk for ñii yaa ngi nekk against okay this guy is saying that we should speak in English for so that everybody can hear us Fatou okay. I think that's true definitely so that so just to switch to the other way okay let's do English so that everybody can hear that's much easier that's at least that's our official language that's our official language so let's do that but just to say that I thought it was very positive the fact that the president crossed over to Bara with the normal ferry and did not use the Navy vessels etc and have the Navy escort him and everything and all this pomp and ceremony and I think that those and I've heard also from people good feedback that the vice president Lawyer Ousainou Darboe also does not have a big entourage or a big escort that takes him to and from work etc and that he doesn't like disrupt the traffic and stuff like that so these are things that people that are working in the government should learn from they should also be able to minimize their spending in terms of the spending that they do and they should also be able to portray to the populace that the Gambia yes we are recovering but it's not going to be a quick recovery there's a lot that is wrong with our economy and we need to see government reflecting this their actions reflecting this and I'm very happy definitely like I said I'm very happy I'm very happy like I said to hear that the vice president Lawyer Ousainou Darboe does not use escort disrupting the traffic and I think people should also learn from that other people in government as well and the same with the president as well I did not see the president using the Navy vessel he used the normal vessel and I did not see the big entourage that used to follow the former president Jammeh following Barrow on this tour so at least that's also positive Barrow is also becoming a savvy politician. I think we can see that in the way that he's speaking to the people and engaging them, etc. And again, that's a good thing. Like we said, the Meet the People tour or the Meet the Farmers tour is actually a constitutional requirement for the president, and that's very important that he does that. it's also a constitutional, to go and meet the populace basically and hear what they have to say. And I think Fatou Toure, if you remember when we were actually speaking here a couple of Fridays ago, we actually spoke about the president not just sitting in State House, but being able to go outside and engage the population and hear from them what is happening. And he's lucky as well that he's got a Gambian wife who also has family in Gambia who can also be informing her, and she'll be able to relay some of these things.
Mama, go ahead. I'm coming 1 minute.
Okay, yeah. So at least that that will also mean that the president's wife is also Gambian, has Gambian relatives, and that way also she will be able to relate some of the things or some of the concerns that the Gambians have back to her husband. So I think that's a very positive thing. Uh, like we said, whether the building the bridge, I think it's also a positive thing. We need to have infrastructural development going in tangent with developing the infrastructure that is already there. I think what Gambians lack, what Africans actually lack, is maintenance culture. We do not maintain buildings, we do not maintain anything, everything that is built, even roads. You see in Europe when you have roads here, it's maintained. So factually, like I was saying, I think what is the bridge is needed between Basse, between Banjul and Bara and stuff. It's very much needed, but I think what we need to emphasize now moving forward, and I'm going to start this campaign on having a maintenance culture. I think we lack that. Gambians do not maintain anything. You build something and it's there, like the roads, etc., and it's not maintained. There's a scratch on the road, you see it, you leave it until it becomes a pothole or even bigger. The buildings as well, they do not, after the rains, nobody goes and checks the buildings, make sure the structure is okay, paint again and stuff like that. So everywhere you go, the maintenance culture is definitely lacking, and we need to develop that maintenance culture, being able to maintain the already existing infrastructure and stuff like that. But I think definitely to say that we do not need these bridges or we do not need this infrastructural development, that is definitely something that I don't think we should be saying, because we have to look at the longer term viability of the Gambia in terms of trade, viability of the Gambia in terms of accessibility, etc. And to be able to do that, to be able to do that, you have to have the infrastructure that will support that trade, the infrastructure that will support this, not just trade within Gambia, but trade within other countries, Bissau, etc. And that infrastructure needs to be in place in order for that to happen. So definitely the bridges and all of these developments are positive things. But like I said, we need to have a maintenance culture. We need to get into the habit of maintaining our buildings, maintaining our roads, maintaining stuff that we have built. And when you go to Gambia, even at homes, etc., the thing that is lacking the most is maintenance. This is our biggest problem. Even at the hospital, when you see pictures of the hospital, videos of the hospital, the RVTH, what you don't see is people actually maintaining existing structures. I mean, when you travel in Europe, and we say that traveling is education, and we see our ministers, our PAM secretaries, everybody traveling, they should be educated in how people, other people, they should learn from best practice. When you go anywhere else, maintenance is part of the culture of those societies so you're used to it. You see roads every summer, they dig up roads that have these, even if it's one pothole, they would dig it up and make sure that they maintain the road, etc. And you see the same thing with buildings, even where you live, they come with bridges are maintained. Even at your homes, they will come and look around and inspect, and then they go and, the landlord will then come and then maintain in terms of painting, maintaining the, just making sure windows are fixed if they're broken. Not just the little stuff, but actually, if there's a scratch on a window or there's a scratch on a door or something, and you leave it like that, it becomes a crack, and it gets it gets more out of it. It's the same with our buildings as well. We do not maintain anything. So this maintenance culture is something that we have to develop. Definitely, Coach. The cost factor is a problem. Of course, we have to look at it, and vis-a-vis also whether the debt burden can be soldiered by the government. We have to, or the economy, we have to look at that as well in terms of building the bridge between Banjul and Bara. But I think, like I said, we have all advocated for a bridge to be built.
are we able to, do we know whether this is a loan or a grant, or do we know what it is exactly? And of course, I was also saying, you know, Mama, when development partners, when they give you assistance, they have specific areas. They say, for example, if they said this money is earmarked for a bridge, or this money is earmarked for the health sector. Sometimes they give you money for the health sector and they will say capacity building. You can only put that money into capacity building. When they give you money and they say this money is for
this
drugs.
is yeah.
And those things. I want us to talk.
That's very critical.
Sometimes it's important for people to also, for us to know this. People are saying, oh, we don't need the bridge, we need health, we need education, we need that. That is true. But if the money that is coming is earmarked for the bridge, it cannot be diverted to health sector. If even within the health sector, if money comes for capacity building, it can only be for capacity building.
And Fatou, this is why when we look at these long-term plans, etc., that government has put in place, we have to look at what they have asked money for, what they have asked pledges for. If, for example, they have asked that this pledge, we want to build a bridge to ease communication or transportation between Bara and Banjul because of the burden, etc., 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 and that money comes in, you cannot then use that donor money or that donor funding to divert it to health because you think health is an important area as well, even though, as we all agree, it is important, it is relevant as well. But what, as you said, and you made a very good point, when they ask for funding, they put in proposals, and in that proposal, it details exactly where the money is going to go to, whether it's going to go to health, whether it's going to go to capacity building, whether it's going to go to transportation, infrastructure development, etc., etc. So that when that money comes, it has to go to those projects, because donors do not respect, or you cannot say, I'm going to spend it on this, and then you end up spending it on that. This is what happened with the former regime, and it made and donors became and donors basically left Fatou. So you have to, people have to understand that as well, that with anything, when you put in the request, you put in actually what you're going to spend the money on, and you cannot divert those funds. It's not something that you can do, definitely. So definitely, I think that's a very, very important point. But like everybody has concerns, of course, whether it's a loan, whether it's going to be a grant, and how much of a burden is it going to be on the economy. These are things that needs to be clarified.
Especially the people that are concerned about how it's going to affect our death level and all that stuff. I think now what we need as media practitioners is to go further and ask, is this a grant? Is this a loan? What's the percentage? How long are we going to repay this loan? You know, how much is it going to add to our national debt? All these things are the things we should find out. But the president only announced that the funding are already available, and they're going to get loans. They're going to bridge this. They're going to lay the foundation for the bridge in 2019. But I think one thing, that the reason why it might be easy to get funding for this bridge, like it was easy to get the one for the other side, Farafenye, is because Senegal are very, very much interested in this.
Strategically,
because,
it's regionally. It's not just Senegal, Fatou. Strategically, it's regionally strategic. Banjul is regionally strategic, and having a bridge will mean that it will ease the transportation. Even, it's not just Senegal. We're talking about Guinea-Bissau. We're talking about other areas that also use our the Banjul Bara ferry to cross, etc., in terms of businesses, etc. And it's much easier to actually take Banjul from Banjul to Bissau and all of these places than to go via Senegal, etc. So a lot of trade will actually be, so it's something that is earmarked and has been a concern for many partners, etc., development partners, etc., that say that there has to be a way to ease this constraint at Bara, so that trade can be improved and trade can, we can have more trade, etc. So we have to look at it from that point of view as well. That regionally is strategic, and it's something that is going to add value to the region in terms of easing of transportation, etc. So of course, that is also an issue. But like I said, when we're talking about all of these infrastructure development, we have to build into them this mechanism for maintenance. That is something that we don't have. We need to build in this maintenance mechanism into projects. We need to build it into our psyche, the national psyche, so that we ourselves as citizens understand the importance of maintenance, importance of maintaining these buildings. If you look at buildings in Banjul, even the market and all of these buildings from when they were constructed to now, it's actually very sad. And the reason it's dilapidated, and we have a lot of dilapidated buildings, is lack of maintenance. It's not because those buildings have structural problems, it's because they're not maintained.
No, I think it starts from the construction, Mama. See, you see, when, for example, when they build roads and they said the roads should be, let's say, 30 meters or whatever, right? And constructors, you know, when consultants, some of these consultants are our Gambian brothers. Instead of, you know, I mean, obviously, if you have a good deal with the constructor, and obviously, if you're supposed to build us, let's say, a 3-kilometer road, and you build us 2.5, and that 5 meter that is not part of, is not constructed, it's something that we have paid for. That's where it starts from. So that's why when signing these contracts, the government must make sure all of these things are looked into. For example, what's the thickness of the bridge? What's the size? And then while construction is going on, that's the actual size that they are.
Yeah.
And all of these things, these are important because
that's the monitoring aspect of it now that you're talking about. When they're implementing, there has to be monitoring as well. But even before they get to that stage, Fatou, what is important is not to just, you know, these Chinese or whatever will come with a proposal. The people in Gambia, do they have the capacity to really sit down and look at this proposal and see whether the structure that they're proposing is suitable, whether the materials that they're proposing is suitable? All of these things need to be looked at project level, even before it gets to implementation. And when they're implementing as well, like I said, there has to be this monitoring phase of the implementation phase, so that it's actually monitored what's being built, the materials being used, etc., etc. And again, the same way we don't have a maintenance culture is the same way we do not have monitoring and evaluation culture in the Gambia. We do a project, we start a project, for example. You know, we start a project and everybody's excited, everybody's on board. By the time we get to the halfway level, a lot of people are no longer even, you know, interested or even doing what they're supposed to be doing, and there's nobody to monitor or hold them accountable. So what happens is, you know, contractors just do what they have to do, and they cut corners because, again, it's to their benefit. So again, like we were saying, people have to realize that when you're working for government, when you're working for people, you have to ensure that you follow through. You have to make sure that you put the public interest first. You have to ensure that you make sure that the job you're being paid to do, that you do it, and you do it to the utmost, to your best. And we do not have that in Gambia, Fatou. Unfortunately, you have people that sign contracts on behalf of government without even looking at the document. They haven't even read some of the documents that they're signing. A lot of people just sign because, yes, you know, the document is here, I'm getting $10,000 from it. Oh, okay, let me sign this, and that's it. There are a lot of project documents in Gambia today that I can tell you the people that signed those documents did not even know the contents of those projects. So if you don't know the content of the project, if you're not au fait with what is being written, how can you monitor it? You cannot monitor it. How can you even, you know, be an authority to be able to speak on the project? You do not know what's happening. So these are some of the things that we need to look at. This is sort of some of the things that are really hampering our development. And this is not something that, you know, this has been there from Jawara to Jammeh to now Barrow. You know,
so
standards in public service.
If you want to contribute, you can call this WhatsApp number 99611. We cannot bring you in, but you can call this WhatsApp number 9961171. 9961171. You can call that WhatsApp number and then you can contribute. So we can. What's your take on the bridge? Why do you think? Why do you think we should bridge? Do you think it should be built, or do you think we should not? So you can contribute whilst we also on the show. So that's
so
how you can.
Yeah. 00220-996-1171. Yes, to contribute. So that's you can call Factory and then she'll be able to connect you and you can contribute as well. But like I said, Fature, we need to develop a maintenance culture. We need to develop a monitoring and evaluation culture. We need to be able to understand that when these projects are going on, we have to monitor them, we have to evaluate them, and we have to be able to give reports, progress reports for people to know what is happening. what we lack most, and you know, we've seen that is communication. There's not a lot of communication at any level that goes on. You know, yeah. Factory pin the number. If you pin it that way, people can see it.
Mama, léegi yow doo ko pin rek bul ma dee wax yii bul ma dee wax yii 996 107 xaaral ma bind ko xaaral rek.
Danga just jël ko gis nga lefit bu ma meeg Fatou is from Badibu definitely. She's a Badibu.
I'm from.
Gis nga comment bu ma def ngay soko highlighté rek di nga gis fu mu la def pin nga pin ko. Eh yàlla may dis Badibu ka.
léegi naka laa ko piné.
léegi highlightal comment bi rek bosal comment bi ak sa loxo bi. Bilay Ayo Touré ayo dimbale sa mag li is
ayo can you pin yow mi ngi wax ni can you pin bàyyi ma anyway mama bul ma dugal si trouble bul ma
So Karamba wrote here. Let me just read what Kerr Fatou wrote. You know, he's my professor. Yes. I love reading Karamba. He's one of the most balanced people that I know, and I respect his views a lot. Karamba said here, he said the media would be very instrumental in scrutinizing the NDP to ensure the details and full scope is understood thoroughly and to detail reporting on each component of the plan. That would equip them to then keep a hawk's eye on how the implementation is proceeding, track the money, performance benchmarks, and make sure the public is informed on all that at all times. We cannot leave a project this important entirely in the hands of government at any stage, and it is the media that can impose transparency and demand accountability. Na player has to be our national mantra. That's very, very true, Fatou. And I think we as media personnel, we are in the media, etc. You know, we have to realize that a lot of what government is doing, especially with this new dispensation, we now have
Mama, the president challenged us. The president challenged us. The president said, let us report on issues. Let us report on issues. That's the big challenge.
We will report on issues and we will hold them accountable. Definitely. I think we have an opportunity, Fatou, like Karamba said, to really some of these, and you know, it doesn't take just journalism of sitting down and talking. It takes journalism of actually digging. And that is what we need. We need journalists who will read project documents, who will understand what this says, who will look at the money in terms of where it is coming from and trail it and be able to trail it. And we need to be able to have journalists that will understand. And
Mama,
that's why you have to do.
I have someone here. Hello, who is this? Hello? Oh, he's gone. Hold on. I have someone else. If I'm but okay, go ahead. I have to go ahead.
Yeah, and like we said, journalists have to be able, you know, this is journalism is not just about talking like we do. It's also about digging and making sure that we hold government accountable, and we look at these projects. And that's why when I was looking at health and all these other places,
hello,
people were thinking,
yeah, so you can contribute. Okay, so you come in la moy bo talala le non te la sound bina jane, yes. Okay. Mama yanko de.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, ndela tabe fala comme ça like bridge ni mengi wa discourse kan wa fo kan beti atala important ka bridge ke banjun to bara. It is very important but ne aji be dalda non la balu be nyama fo nyil mo je ba nyil mo kara santo kan to la mo je be lifri nyama ba. Leptano men yala go gambia non li leptano bi jam fari nyora fo nyil nyama kan to la muso je be dal go kono katare le ka wu katara siri boss to bol to gele but you don't gele la hole don't gele ta fali tanu do so and then 15 people you have a so private see 15 people 20 people be see the gele kono you don't have any other choice but ni la muso be do bata ko dale ni ko na ale ta fu na ka le tanu gambe no to do ni fala na ko denje ko na biri
So ite kamune fo. So ite kami fo lo tano ila fo nyanto le lo la jani ka brijolo. Wow, mama, koku dafa koku lim don wax fona lim don. L'hôpital lay wara sampa bridge.
Yeah, and Fatou, like we said, the caller made very valid points. He's very right that, and we have hospitals, we have health centers. Again, the major thing about these hospitals and these health centers is that they are not maintained. And we do not have the support in terms of the equipment, etc., that the doctors need. They do not have functional diagnostics labs that will be able to help them diagnose people, etc. So these are the people that they need to look at. Or these are the things that they need to look at. But we have the hospital infrastructure, we have the health infrastructure. And to be able to improve all of these things, tell the caller, we have seen women who from Bara need to be referred to RVTH. And instead of the ambulance just going, the ambulance waits at the ferry until the ferry comes, and then the ambulance goes in. That waiting time, if it was a bridge, the ambulance will just cross over. And it will actually make it much easier in terms of, again, transportation, structure, etc., in terms of everything, in terms of our development, the country's development. I have seen personally, firsthand, I was coming from Dakar, there was an ambulance there that was waiting, and the ferry was not working. The ferry had a problem. And we had to wait. The ambulance also had to wait with a sick person. If we had a ferry, that would not have happened. Sorry, if we had a bridge, that would not have happened. So definitely the bridge is a needed infrastructure development. Hospitals are also needed infrastructure development. We have the hospitals, but they need to be maintained. And those hospitals also need to have the equipment, the doctors, the equipment, and the right people there to be able to help. Do you have a caller? We can take the caller.
Yes, we have a caller. Go ahead. Hello? Ngetala la moy. Bijandro. Ebe kumandiro la mintole. Hello? Hello? Never many dafa li. So mama, we lost that caller. But,
ñaan call si su gaay di call pour contribute ñu fay li gaay di déclose su ko defee ñu mëna wax ak ñun ci téléphone bi, that way it will make it easier, dinañ leen dégga dina clear. Waaye su gaay di déglu
he's back again. Hello?
Okay.
Yeah. Hello? Hello, ika moy. Mariama ite mambo badibu ba? Ite bota badibu. Kis mambo kala fona badibu la joge. So I'm not.
Somebody said, how about building a hospital in Bara? And you know, I think there is a health center in Bara, but Banjul is the main referral hospital, and we have to have infrastructure that makes it easy for people to access Banjul at any point. So definitely,
Mama, small dog mo nek ci line waye nga mom dafa trouble. Harama won ko be pare. Go ahead, Sisla. E ko ñaadi.
Sa dom bi dang ko wara yar.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. Hello? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sisla, foi bukan tol moy ba? Okay.
You know why?
Yes, yes. Sisla, nke moy le diamo, go ahead.
Your network is like you are in Kiang, you know?
We are hearing you. Coach, go get off the line if you cannot speak. Sisla da ngay waru. Mune my network is like I'm from Kiang. Hello? Hello? Okay, Mama, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So like we were saying, Factory, definitely the bridge, I think myself and a lot of people have been advocating to have a bridge that will make it easy in terms of communication and in terms of transportation, etc. So it's very, very much needed. The only thing, like we said, is Gambia. If you look at it, we have the situation that Barrow inherited. You know, everywhere is a major priority. There's no sector that you can look at that you say that this is not a priority. Agriculture is a priority. Health is a priority. Youth and social, youth and sports is a priority, because youth sports unites a country. Sports has a way of really motivating people.
Hello. Wa ñu la dégg waxal ci kaw nak ito dum.
Hello Fatou, yéen a ngi may dégg.
Wa ñu lay dégg nak nga tudd ak foy oote.
Hello.
Wa ñu lay dégg waxal.
Wa maa ngi woote Dakar lay woote.
Wa nak nga tudd.
Waaw seen programme bi am na solo lool.
Aha.
Waaye man fan yii passé ci defoon naa vidéo ci wax ci wàllu bridge bi.
Waaw.
Bridge bi man suma xalaat. Amalul Gambia njëriñ at the moment. Because ñun Gambia am na yeneen yoo xam ne government bi war nañ ci taxaw sinon waxi bridge.
Okay.
Government bi war nañ ci.
Aha.
System yi foofu balaa ñu def waxi bridge. Nañ dem maintain those facilities first. ñuy xalaatu bridge. Mais waxaguñ wax maintenance ñu ne dañoo indiwaat beneen infrastructure boo xam ne dañ ko fay taxawal. duñ ko maintain. kon nag nañ dem maintain li nga xam ne am nañ ko ba pare. nañ dem maintain suñu hospital yi ñu dem maintain school si. yaa ngi dégg ak ñu dem xool suñu health system bi ñu xool secteur bi ñu xool naka lañ koy mën a suuxatee ndax suñu health system bi yéen gis ngeen every day is going down. fan yii rek gis naa benn vidéo ñu ngi wone Banjul RVT hospital. gis nañ di deplorable situation moo xam ne hospital bi mi ngi ci situation boobu. kon nag bridge bi nii foog naa Mr President day wax lu ko neex rek. ama too bi moo neex muy wax lu ko neex. waaye xaalis boobu ñun amul ko te bëgguñ suñ government bi ñu dem lépp xaalis boo xam ne suñu doom ñooy ñëw di ko fay. ñun lu ñu amee ci bor rek dafa doy. léegi liñ jot a jël ci bor noonu nañ fexe ñu liggéey ko dëkk bi loolu moo am chance man lii laa gis.
waaw
bridge bi daal amaloon ñu benn njëriñ at the moment kenn waxul ne bridge bi baaxul bridge bi baax na. mais nañ ko bàyyi ba ci kanam. Adama Barrow benn moment rek la fa am te diggante bi fi am pour toog fa moom mënul fa def bridge boobu kon nañu noppal waxi bridge. ñu dem toppatoo suñ jànge xale yi. yaa ngi dégg ak wér-gu-yaramu nit ñi amul lu ñu lekk muy waxi bridge. xaalis boobu sax fekkee am nañ ku ñu ko doonoo xaalis bi still welcome na xaalis bi ñëw but we will put it in other sectors of government rather than putting that in a bridge. We already have two ferries there, Johe and the Kanilai. Ferry mën nañoo service those people since independent we are having these ferries. ñi ngay service nit ñi ñaa ngi dem di ñëw kon nag government bi nañu noppal ak waxi bridge man loolu dama ko condamn fekkoon ne dañ ma doon laaj man rek I was the only Gambian to decide bridge boobu duñ ko taxawal xaalis boobu dañ koy jël dugal ko ci leneen.
waaw
lu nga xam ne dina jëriñ réew mi sonn na torop kon government bi nañu noppal waxi bridge and then please Fatou yéen ñu jógee politicien wax leen ne the era of politics of promise dafa jeex. wala ñu jox la microphone nga taxaw di wax rek loolu dafa jeex ñun Gambia we need action. ñun buñ ko taxaw in every rally day wax we will do this we will do that if you have it in program do not tell us the Gambians dañuy gis rek the president xasare ñu ne this government is in action kon loolu xam ne li nga xam ne ñëwagul sax nga di ubbi sa gémmiñ di ko wax du am sens kon government bi nañ dem liggéey ñu noppal ñu yaakaar moo tax ñu teg leen ba kon nag bu ñu tas suñu yaakaar. li amoon ci jamono yaaya ba nit ki tey loolu dafa passé nañu may jàmmoon liggéey ñun loolu lañ bëgg kuy liggéey the era of promises dafa war a jeex ci Gambia nit ñi dañoo
waaw léegi waaw jërëjëf dégg nañ la
waaw
dégg nañ la
jërëjëf sa wax leer na waaw jërëjëf sa wax na te wasal
wow ñëpp nobody can disagree ne yeneen sectors yi dafa important comme ni mu ko waxee waaye like we said from the beginning donors yi tamit dañ dee seet ñoom i tamit what is of strategic importance to ñoom su fekkee ne fu mel ni EU gis nañ ne ñoom seen the communication or the transportation between seen infrastructure in Senegal and Gambia will be eased by a bridge ñoom mun nañoo propose loolu to the government same with the Chinese ñoom itamit mun nañoo gis ne xëy na suñ ñëwee nekk di dimbale Banjul ak Sénégal
am na kuy callee from Gambia mama am na kuy callee Gambia hello
okay
yes hello waa naka nga def yeah go ahead ñu ngi laa dégga waa hello ñu ngi laa dégga waxal yeah go ahead kooku dafa mel ni dégguñ mama go ahead
waaw su nga soo leen a call rek da ngeen a fay seen li ngeen a dégloo lu ko mooy feedback bi boo leen a xaar pour mu ñëw pour ngeen dégga ñu dafa yàgga waaye boo leen ñu dégloo rek si lefin bi dina dem like we said yeah electricity and water is important. The drainage system gis nañ flood si fi mu nekk nii every taw noonu la health is important, education, youth and sports like we said, the internet foo xool rek dafa acute dafa important dañ fa war a liggéey waaye tamit infrastructure development dafa am put them together with maintaining our existing structures comme niñ ko waxee we have to develop the infrastructure as well. Go ahead.
Basically what Mama is saying in the Gambia really to be candid are you hearing me?
Yes, go ahead I said go ahead you are on.
Hello, are you getting me?
Yes.
Hello.
Wow, we are hearing you. Just go ahead and speak. We are hearing you. Just go ahead and speak.
It's just to contribute to okay. I just want to say this, for example, the bridge. Okay, bridge.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I think we need to be conscious now to know that Africa is moving. All right, we need to know that Africa is moving right now. African countries are developing.
Yeah.
They moved from a stage of underdevelopment.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain something very, very vital.
Okay.
I think it's in that, but you know, if it allows me, I will try to elaborate more. Because this is very, very important.
Go ahead. Okay, you don't have to. When you call, don't listen to me. Once I put you on, just speak up. You know, because if not, like you. I don't want to give response. Just speak up when you call. Don't wait for me. Don't wait for me to respond to you. Once you are on, just speak. Yeah, hello? Hello? Abiyando, ebe diamu na santo domani. Diamu santo. Go ahead. So some people, it's difficult to get some people to. Mama, noise me bari na de. Mama, noise me bari na from that. Hello. Okay, go ahead.
Saturday maa ngi ñëw dama defin rek maa yëngal gaaw rek.
Mama, am na noise buy jógee sa side de mu ngi def noise.
Because the main thing here is that Gambian,
yeah.
We always consider only one side. Foog naa ne loolu la ñu war a bàyyi su dee bëgg nañ development mu take place ci suñu réew.
Yeah.
Saa yu ñu waxee the only thing that.
Hello. Wow.
Wow.
Hello, Fatou yang maa dégg.
Waaw waaye foog nga wax si kaw tuuti nag dangaa wax si kaw dégg nga pour nga wax si kaw nit ñi déggal dangaa wax si kaw.
Okay. Waaw lu ma doon explain rek mooy ma ne. dama bëgg a contribute a little bit on the bridge issue.
Okay.
ñun duñ man personally man bridge bi duma ko against because in a simple sense that. Gambian yi ñun saa yuñ waxee rek. The only thing luñ dee consider mooy ok dunda bi dafa seer waaye ñuy spend that. Wow.
No, but Bana, go ahead.
I'm using my whole voice.
Okay.
Maybe how much phone bill or maybe how much phone how.
Okay.
Yeah, so lu ma nekkoon di explain mooy ku ko agents tamit xëy na danga ko bëgg a agents because ñun Gambian yi dina rek leen dee wax always mooy lii nii ne dunda bi dafa seer balaa ñuy spend that money on the bridge nañ ko spend on the other factors. Why don't I just let you know? Need kita whole infrastructure sometimes that they yombal a lot because one thing man fuma ko wir moy one thing fuma ko wir rek moy so c'était bara banjol okay dafa melni a delayance that they delay a lot so c'était si leka si malo si everything so yo so wayne dunda bi dafa wara yomba dañ wara jël xaliss bi invest ko si other sectors da nga xool ne ñu dëkk boori bara tamit farafeñe like how to call it tembe kawul most of them Banjul bara la guy they use okay te ñoom seen lekka yi yëpp Banjul la dee jógee most of the time so da nga ay ne ñoom suñ jëlee ay saaku maalo pour transport ko to go to bara léegi da nga gis ne loolu gaal di use because loolu those marchandises yooyu noonu duñ ko dee dugal si féeri bi yooyu si gaal lañ ko dee def léegi yow gaal boobu noonu soo seetee gaal bi every saaku maalo dañ ko dee charge so mu ngi mel ni yow soo jëndee saaku maalo maybe for 400 from from Banjul léegi da nga each saaku maalo tamit yaa ngi ko war a spend maybe ay €5 for $5 for each saaku maalo léegi yow soo ñëwee tamit boobu noonu soo ko bëggee resellaat fu mu jaar da nga am pour génnee yow sa cost yooyu noonu yëpp yow fa spend pour ñëw mun koo jaayaat pour nga génne si sa profit so I think si nga xam dunda bi because nit ñi buñ xool bridge bi rek ne waaw rek la moo nekk déedéet nekkul ne comme nit ñi dox rek leen ko mën a usee bridge bi mun nga koo usee to anything tourisme mun ñëw si dëkk niveau de bi ngay xool yow sa dëkk bi moo mel nga mi bi lekk it mountain moo fa nekk benn fa nekk ñoom yëpp bugg a ñëw pour ñëw xool that mountain daf dee dëkk development so bridge boobu noonu si demee bañ ko lifin ñu gis ne ok 6 kilometers bridge maybe yow soo gis loolu noonu in your life ok di nga toog nga ne man de bëgg naa dem Gambia ma experience this bridge naka la mel loolu yëpp development la si réew so nit ñi buñ xool only one side of the development di wane waa health issue bi dafa def nii lii dafa def nii yëpp du mun a step by step te nga mun a am yeneen yi mu yomba
dégg nga loolu am na solo jërëjëf na du mun a demee noonu
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
That's true. Lolo Degala, thank you so much, bro. Thank you. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Hey. Okay. Lolo Degala, ki lim is a very important point. Mom, he's in support of the bridge.
Fatou, just to give you an example. Gis nga bi Sénégal doon build seen bridge yeeg seen autoroute à péage bi gaay amee nii léegi ñu bari way against it because students yi ñu ngi doon laajte xaalis seen bourse yi mooy seen allowance yi gaay doon jot students yi ñu ko doon laajte seen ñoom tamit they have a lot of other yeneen yu gënoon a tamit métti yoo xam ne tamit dañ si waroon a xool but dañ go ahead ñu build this autoroute à péage bi build this lifting, am for tunnel, and all of this infrastructure development because it helps the country to develop. Even Saint Port, becoming society Senegal. They have a lot of areas. Bes bu nekk students yi ngi strike yeneen areas yi nit ñi ngi complain dunda beeg yu nekk lu nekk mu ngi share. Why Senegal, they went ahead with the autoroute apayage, they went ahead with developing Saint Port because Saint Port autonomous bitamit. So Hole for Senegal is one of the busiest hubs in West Africa. Senegal is turning into a major regional economic superpower of Nekani because ñun ñi daan ñëw di trade si ñun Guinea Bissau and all of these places, they're not going to Senegal because Senegal has daf leen jox this advantage, competitive advantage bi nga xam ne fi nekk nii am na ko ñun dangaa ñëw nga génne sa bagage si port bi balaa ngaa jaala sa pour delluwaat or dem anywhere is a problem. Dangaa gis truck taxaw rang su ay one day ñu nga wax ay 1 week.
Mama déglul kii hello so, yeah, speak up. So I will call you. Let me inbox you this number. Call me this one. I cannot give this number to everyone, but let me. Mama, go ahead.
Okay. So like we were saying, Senegal is way ahead of us. That's very true. Mangen yu suma magdi Fatam Jabate. Momita mungi setan bi joxe comments am appreciate nañ ko torop. We cannot all agree and we have to sometimes agree to disagree. That's just how it is with discussions. Waaye nañ ko def rek comme ni mu wax in a way boo xam ne ñun ñëpp dinañ déggante te jarut ay saga boo xam ne loolu dafa important.
Mama, hold on. Pata, go ahead.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
We're good.
Fatty, your connection is too bad, man. So when people are listening, we can hardly hear what your callers are saying.
But this one is clear. I think it was the other phone. Now I'm calling you from a different phone, but I cannot give that number though. That number I cannot give. Yeah.
That is my first complaint though.
Okay, go ahead. You always complain.
I think but I think the issue about the ferry, I am happy that people are talking about these things. Because last year this time when these people are coming, they're telling everybody they do not have money. We understand that.
Yeah.
So if we're seeing major projects that are coming in that are going to cost us this much, it makes sense. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Now, what does not make sense is the fact that people can say that the bridge is not a priority because the hospitals are not taken care of. In this country in here, anywhere you go, you see poor people in this place. Me, I go there as poor as people in Jara.
Yep.
You see a whole bunch of people in the streets as homeless. You see a whole bunch of unemployed people in here. But that is not stopping them from building their infrastructure. That is not stopping them from spending on their military. Or that is not stopping defense. They're not stopping them on anything. Now, government is not like a high school society where you have to finish one thing and move on to the other. The reason we have elected representatives in all these places is because we expect these people to make these crucial decisions for us, because we have 1 million Gambians, meaning we have 1 million other priorities. Everybody wants to come and say, you know what, this is my priority, What is going to be everybody's priority? This is why we have elected representatives. That is not to say that the elected representatives not know more than us. I'm not saying that. But look at this, for instance.
Yeah.
I don't think there is anywhere in the world where you have a capital trapped in a one-way traffic. Just for the security part of that alone, we don't have anywhere where you have a capital because you have only one way in and one way out. I don't see that.
Yeah.
And if you look at it 2 years ago, what we were saying, everybody was crying about those ferries because we were even calling them floating coffins because we thought any day the disaster could happen.
Yeah.
People are living everywhere in the world to come to Banjul like 5 a.m. in the morning, and they have to stay there at 6 p.m. That alone is revenue on the government.
It is.
Now your responsibility, not only President Barrow. You have access to the works minister. You have to ask this works minister, how do they plan to implement this? How do they have the funds already?
Yeah.
If the government does have the funds, it needs to go ahead.
Yeah.
The Gambia is losing a lot of revenue on that ferry thing going back and forth from Banjul.
Yeah.
I have people who are from NBD to come and work in Banjul.
In Banjul every day. Yeah.
You know, I think it's a good idea. The issue is when you start talking to these people, ask questions of how are you going to do this. But the question is not if it is a priority. Everything in our country is a priority, but we cannot say until the health sector is perfectly done, you cannot come on agriculture.
That's true.
I think that would be a very, very. I mean, people who have an issue with health sector and after that, well, I understand. But what people need to understand is President Barrow is a politician, just like any politician.
Yeah.
Every politician needs a degree of populism and kind of like this, kind of like on what they're saying. So if he chooses that platform, it's fine. How do you want him to call everybody on the phone and say, hey, we're going to do this?
No.
No, that's not how you do it.
No.
When they were talking about the 1,000 kilometer walk, they did not call everybody on TV and say it. They have programs and they say it. How the president unveil it? It's not much of a problem for me than how doing it. So that's what the question is. That's the thing I'm saying. I'd like to have like this for this happen to go. I'm going to go more for it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make
any sense.
That doesn't make sense. But you go, Mama, there's a sharp noise coming from you. I'm sharp noise, but you get aside there. Legi stop now. Okay. So before you go though, we are still talking about the Mama. Before Pata goes, they were still talking about the president's tour. We will still continue on the ferry. But one thing I want to have his take on is the president is introducing the Barrow Youth Movement. In fact, you know, in Bakadaji, the president announced that the youth movement is going to build 50 boreholes. The youth movement is going to build 50 gardens. The youth movement is going to build 50 mosques. So it seems like the president is introducing the Barrow Youth Movement. But what's your take on that?
I have a serious problem with this man. I think President Barrow has some issues of. I mean, and I'm not saying this as an insult, but emotionally, I think he's bipolar. He has some bipolar issues with his emotions. The president is on a tour to meet farmers and tell them what is going on. The president is in the state to be making these tours. Why can the president go and introduce the programs of the government instead of Barrow Youth Movement do not have any funds, they don't have any money. How do they intend to go and build mosques? Who cares about those things? If president have an alternative source of fund from a friend who wants to do this, that's fine, he can do that. But the president cannot come and tell people that Barrow Youth Movement are doing this. I don't understand this whole Barrow Youth Movement thing. President Barrow does not lack support in the country. He has support of like 7 political parties, many of them, they are part of the coalition. And all of these ones, the ones in the cabinet, they haven't every support of them. I don't understand what could the Barrow Youth Movement do if he intended this to be a political tool for him. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It doesn't make any sense. Go on a tour, tell people what the programs are. And this is what I read from Foresta, and which actually makes a lot of sense. The first time that the president had a meeting in Barrow, the tone at that meeting, as he goes deep into the Gambia, it is changing. We start campaigning. And it is needless. It is a foolish sector. The Barrow Youth Movement is not going to take the Gambia anywhere. President Barrow to succeed himself, if that's what the Barrow Youth Movement is for, he's wasting his time. We are not here for that. Okay. The farmers what the farmers tell him what the problems are and programs he has, he let them know and we move on. This Barrow Youth Movement, no. And it's an expensive job.
Thank you. Thank you, Pata.
And you can tell him I say that.
Thank you. They asked already. I didn't say it.
Anyway, Fatou, quickly. Pata, thank you. Fatou, very, very quickly. We were talking about Senegal. Senegal is way ahead of us in terms of infrastructure. And you have to realize, Ajikumba said something just now that is very, very important. Senegal has this this phrase that they coined called this Senegal Emergent. I think that's what it's called. Senegal Emergent. And people, even the musicians sing about it. Part of these projects were the Guana, which you heard from Salam Diallo in terms of helping the farmers, and these projects that are Jamñajo is part of the Senegal Emergent project, etc. Again, what Ajikumba said, and it makes a lot of sense, is that government has to be much better at selling its development agenda and its development projects to the people that they serve. Right now, the government is not doing a very good job of selling these projects. They're not doing a very good job of informing the population on why it is important to have these projects. Senegal Emergent, you hear about it in Senegal. Even the kids, if you ask them, they can tell you one or two things or one or two projects that are happening under the Senegal Emergent project. And it's part of the autoroute à péage, like I said. It's part of a lot of their development agenda, basically. So they're selling these projects, they're selling this development agenda to the people. And the way you do it, let government not think that employing all of these communications guys at State House is going to do the job. Those people need to be spread out across the ministries so that they're actually communicating what is happening at ministry level. Because the State House, yes, it does a lot of work, but the work should be coming, and the input also has to be coming from the ministries, etc. So communicating
I
it with
think
the public, being
I
able
think
to
I
sell the
see
development agenda is very important. And this is where
I
people
think
like
I see that
Kerrfatou
now,
and all these other
Mama.
networks are needed. You know,
Yeah.
Kerrfatou is
But
needed, all these other networks are needed, the musicians are needed. People need to be able to read these documents, understand it, and be able to, you know, explain it to the lay person at Serekunda market. And songs are very powerful ways of doing that. We saw it again in Senegal, because we cannot not reference Senegal. They are our neighbors, and they are way ahead of us in terms of infrastructure development, in terms of, you know, whatever, you name it, they're way ahead of us, health, wherever, electricity, they're just way ahead of us. So we always have to benchmark and reference them. And what we're saying is that, you know, when you have projects like this, you have to sell it to the public. You have to be able to explain it to the public so they understand. You cannot just go and sign a document, or the public just sees you signing a document, or the project is coming 2019. Already before the signing of the document comes to the president, the public should have been aware. They should have been hearing it from songs, from people talking about it, from opinion leaders telling us what this will bring in terms of development. And we know that Senegal is now a major regional superpower, economic super zone, because of the development, their infrastructure, the ports, the roads, etc., the road infrastructure, etc. The moment you leave Banjul and you get into Senegal, you do not have, there's a straight tar road now going all the way to Dakar. They are doing a very good job in terms of developing their infrastructure, and it's giving them a competitive advantage against Gambia. Gambia, we are very
Yes.
strategic. If we have the infrastructure that Senegal has, we will have that competitive advantage. Ghana, Nigeria, all of these other places, because of the English language as well, we are more competitive. So we have to explore this competitive advantage. We have to be able to build this infrastructure, to be able to have trade and all of these, developments coming to Gambia. Right now, we lack the infrastructure in terms of electricity, in terms of road infrastructure, you name it, to be able to attract serious, and we're talking about serious investors, serious people that will come and trade. And this is why we need to have this infrastructure. But government has to be able to sell it to the people. You cannot have press officers and all of these things writing press releases, talking at the population. People have to be talking with the population, explaining this to the population, so that even if you sit at somewhere like Serekunda Market, if I come to you today and tell you what is in the government's NDG plan, you can be able to tell me one or two projects that you feel will even benefit you. And it starts with sensitization. It starts with talking with the population, not talking at us. It starts at, you know, being able to, even before these projects come to signing, people know about them, people know they're in the pipeline. So the ministries have to be able to feed information to the information communication ministry and to the to the state house, and they have to come up with innovative ways of communicating. And this is why I said music is important. You have to engage these artists to be able to understand these projects and then be able to translate it. Imagine when Jaliba Kuyate was singing about Musol development, Musol ta, Musol wo, it resonated with the population. It told them about their it told them, it informed them about their position in society. It told them these are powerful women who are doing X, Y, and Z. These are women who are doing this. So you have to have music and other means of communication. Thank you, Ajikuba. You have to have these other means. You have to be innovative. The world is moving so fast in terms of technology and innovation. You have to be able to innovate the way that you communicate with the people. I'm not saying that the office of the press secretary is not a good place to start, but the way that they communicate even at that office has to be more than press releases, has to be more than just sitting at the TV. They have to think strategically. And I like what Shirifo Jata said before. Thank you, Shirifo. I was reading your comment before. He said that when you look at national development, you have to look at it holistically. And this is why we're talking about, yes, it's important. We understand that health is important. We understand that youth and sports is important. We understand that the drainage system is important. But we have to look at all of these things holistically. And some of these other development has to happen in order to even be able to develop some of these areas that are falling behind. So definitely, we need to be able to have these conversations, but government has to be able to sell its agenda. And right now, government is not doing a good job of selling its agenda. It's not doing a good job of communicating with the population. And this is important, in fact, today.
It's very important. I have another caller here, so I'll put him through. Hello.
Hello.
I bet you am la Santo Domandi. Ibe Jumala ibe mintole. Okay, mune tela contribution ot. Okay.
Because this is not even a Gambia government project. Gambia government manufacturing project that they are not funding. This is a project they are not going. It's a Trans-African highway.
Trans-African highway. Okay.
Mayalongo is being funded by the African Union and the regional commissions in Africa. Let's say, for example, West Africa ECOWAS. The East African Commission too is part of it. The South African Commission is part of it.
Okay.
North African is part of it too. You know, because there are different highways they are going to connect. They are connecting one from Cairo to Cape Town. Another one is from Tripoli to Cape Town. So there's another one which is Dakar to N'Djamena, Chad. Another one Dakar to Lagos. So this one Dakar to Lagos. If you check the plan, this one Dakar to Lagos is where this bridge is going to be. It's coming through Gambia.
Oh wow!
This bridge is part of that project. So this is to connect the whole of the continent for trade, movement of goods and people. You know, our politicians are taking it as if they are doing it. So this is what people are coming and saying that, yeah, we should build our hospital before building this. This is not a Gambian project. This is a whole continental project. The whole of Africa and Burka be connect. So nite taralo ya fo lemano yego ya mbara nimbanyu nimbara bridla. Because this information, the Minister of Works and Infrastructure, any information was shared on Facebook 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
3 months ago. I sent a plan in your WhatsApp.
Okay.
And the minister talking about this project, everything, what entails this project. So, you know, this is politics. Politicians are like this. They will just go to people and try to fool them. There is no loan. Gambia is not going to be indebted because of this. This is a whole continental thing.
Africa, wow. African sub-region. I said that. I think it's regional integration. Yeah.
So I think it's better. I'll tell that picture. I'll tell us the media.
Yeah.
You are the ones who should make the truth to the people.
Definitely.
You know, the politicians are playing their political game. So I'll tell you
yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Africa Bela Nafamu, Amake Lopitan or important Gambia Mankodo sort of bill. It's going to cost $700 million. That bridge is going to cost.
Wow. Wow.
That bridge alone.
Wow.
Cost $700 million. So check what I send you online on your WhatsApp. You can see them and you come out and enlighten the people.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
To Mama Linger as well. Tell her to check in her
inbox. Okay. Thank you so much for that information. Thank you so much.
Today.
Thank you so much for that information. Just like Limaran.
Yeah. It's a sub-regional priority boo xam ne itamit dafa important in terms of connecting the sub-region and being able to ease transportation and communication within the sub-region. So it's not just gis nga lii lañ doon wax it's and again government waroon naa mun a communicate lii comme ni ko Aji Kumba waxee to the general public ba nga xam ne ku toog marché Serekunda sax dina understand ne at ECOWAS level ñun dañ am regional agreements yi nga xam ne dañ ko am bilateral agreements yi nga xam ne dañ ko am with suñu regional partners yi and to be able to ñu am comme li Europe facilitate transportation facilitate communication ak yooyu foog ñu am the infrastructure bi ñoo build pour ñu mun a ease transportation etc. So these are some of the things that we need to really be able to communicate with the people to pour ñu understand ko and again it comes back to the same thing gis nga yu bari luñ fee wax fii it boils down to one or two things: communication and maintenance. Yooyu la dee nekka because ñun duñ communicate ba pare duñ maintain anything. Do relations you know build with partners? Do nothing. We don't maintain. This is our problem. So again, I think it's very important the government looks at how they're going to try. Gis nga lii lañ doon wax to ko Ministry of Works defee si seen Facebook page bi. It's not being communicated to the masses. Facebook is not the masses. I'm sorry, but Yunsin platform, Bini Fini, we're talking to those that have internet. Gambia associated the population that has internet. It's not a lot of people. So again, this is what we're talking about. We have to be able to communicate it. Benga hamne kutok sere kuna market tay. Ko hamne ne kuti internet bi hamu salui Facebook. Dina muna understand why this bridge is important sub-regionally. Why it is important for ñun ñu muneka lo hamne. Dina muna nekk loo xam ne dinañ ko muna am mu jëriñ not just Gambia waaye sub-region bi yëpp and like I said Gambia dafa strategic. Gambia is very strategic in terms of suñ location. Yeah. So suñ amee the infrastructure in place ñu am steady electricity and water, we can do a lot in terms of becoming an emerging regional economic zone. te loolu dafa important because suñ Gambia pour mu develop ñun amuñ di capacity pour ñu develop Gambia in terms of lu ñoo génnee export ko out so liñ am pour use fi mu nekk nii mooy suñ re-export trade bi mooy suñ strategic position bi pour mun a attract re-export mun a attract trade mun a attract other things yoo xam ne dinañu make an economic regional economic zone boo xam ne didn't use strategic advantage in terms of location to be able to achieve that. And again, like we keep saying, it boils down to one thing. We have very good people who, you need to invite the Works Minister Fatou. That you need to do on the next Kerr Fatou.
Definitely, I think next.
But also, but also like Ajikumba was saying, it's very important the way that they market these things. It was once on GRTS and they've written it once on Facebook. It's not enough. Like we said, look at other innovative ways of communicating. This way, so dinga empower tamit, you empower the youth. Singa hamna dinañ génna di ci way, di ci waxtaan, di ci def theater and all of these things. Put nit ñi understand ko. That's important. The money that you spend on communication, the money that you spend on communicating, it's not a waste Fatou Touré. Communicating is the key to anything that you're doing. If you do not get the communication right, you do not get the sensitization right. Façon yi la mo indi nit ñi duñu understand duñ xam da nga jokk rek wax rek nek jot na déedéet lopitaan yi li ak li yooyu ne priority la fekk xamuñ why it is important to also have some of these other things as well on the side going on. Yoo xam ne itamit dafa gën a suxali suñ réew suxali suñ koom-koomi réew. And like we said, ñun dañoo exportability in terms of groundnuts is not enough. It's not enough.
Mama jël nga déglu ko. Hello, go ahead.
Okay.
Naam. Naam.
Ndela fa men fola wala ndela fa briko la ko wala fala briko nyin nde kundi mam briko nyin for the simple fact that fatu e be briko ala banjuni sido kam be kasara rek ne banjuni jibe je flul mem kida banjunu asembo wara batale bi kunun fokunu ko fokunu flul be kida asembo war Gambia fer yol mem be kana ganda
Yana make feri kutama feri ko to di kolle mo ya maintenance ya di gambe man sakunda di ko biricho ni ngana moy biricho be billa la $750 million billa wala feri yo me yalon ko akamudo 300 akamu me dakara ko 1000 plus akole ta ko be sotla Sweden Sweria wala Denmark wala America jam ibasor la men I don't think ko fama be $300 million fama sila ni man sakunda yo feri si falsa ya na fi yo na fi then Banjul kata Serekunda kata for up country Gambia is too small then is Gambia infrastructure nyum ya sa develop isa de dano communication is so neya par ni nara nyin feriol financing Gambia they don't know what maintenance is ima maintenance school ni tali ya sandu de kam tali ya overuse ita maintenance la hani bridge neni bridge lo nyin bridge fana ay maintenance le ni bridge ni ka life span ko bi 100 years amanga ko mi di tara dara ko esi bridge nyi mu de ka maintenance Gambia man kawai pida wuldi bude Gambia maintenance ne maga Gambia dulado ila airport jabe nyane at airport be best of the ministry dulado do ku buga kije because they don't even have and if they have maintenance they are always sleeping.
Bari surahata bari natara ko Gambia la dala so mantara dunkang project ko le miyalan ko African Development Bank o AU wala ba project ko sembentu yakang puru ka regional integration support, don't you think the Gambia should take advantage of that and develop its infrastructure?
Of course ni atara wala mkay mom ibila ni wala bente ni atara wala yata bari salo ko fananko biriko fanan bukalo mo nyamade biriko imudere babi tare be alo wala babul be ko di le babu le ba maintenance ko mama lingeri ya nyame maintenance e problème gabe bukat maintenance they don't know what it is wonna dulade be signare gambe ko no nyama wonna dulade be signare gambe ko no because bukat maintenance anything is government property people don't pay attention and they don't care about it that's the problem man sakunda janta nyaay le dal mo de ke maintenance ke timo lo meno ko pita bol tiol to wala be ke dal me ke maintenance bar gante mo soto parce que wala mo la problème de Gambia do fenera man sakunda talo nte buga care mo do buga care man sakunda talo I don't care andu man sakunda this is the problem the joy is welcome because they are witnessly it's so funny. I almost cry because it's very sad. And many for the other side, Barajur Mafara, they also just have to come to my baby. Who's going to in New York to see what you need because communication of easy. Neither ambulance is going to
Yeah,
what I want to take.
Abaraka sir. Abaraka. Wow, both and contribution la. I'm not saying that what I was told about. I'm just asking. Bude halis na bo hamne rafanyo sirew mi. Should we say no? Yeah, Hold on. Mama Linger. Mama.
Na?
Noise. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's gone now.
Okay.
Yeah, how time go ahead. Okay. Okay.
Understand. So tumul ka ko ngata kala pada la len ko pik na so di dan kara Senegal kara na non mo ke Gambia ni bijole ka Gambia la sem ko jamala. Understand. Hello.
Anke moyle. Lano ko ate ko nyimbrijo man Gambia favor mama sakunda favor. So I all for mama ate ko nyimbrijo mama sakunda favor. I all of.
Fatou, like we were saying, maybe afana ma understand. Ngamin for doron kola afana miye call loka minfo. Nyimbrijo manke doron ko Gambia government doron na project kolom. Nyim regional project ko mi yalon ko Gambia government is part of ECOWAS, is part of AU and other projects. And other organizations on yalon ko Africa sateñol be lebije. So ni ye wol jibe wol fanan ka sile ye la kol jibe ya jibe itol fanan ila nanin tabe son yala nyaadile itol fanan tema comme Europe be nyamin ila union be son yala no nyaadile itol fanan ni ye wol jibe itol fanan ka project ko le safe ka jibe ko ho ni nga bridge soto Dakar ning Mauritanie tema nga bridge soto Banjul ning Dakar Banjul aning Bara tema wo fanan se Dakar transportation o nying kuwo nying sone yandino isaje trade fanan nse trade no nyamin tema Africa to fana se sonia no nyamin comme European Union ka ke nyamin tol fana nyim projects muy la strategic projects olati itol fana kam ma ko lo bijele so it's very important nga project ko fango jibe comme mol ka fo nyamin tol mi yalon kon tol ka dia mo kele nga si nga project document o nying read wo important ale de sa jem fana sa fo no nyinde kodobe bola janni because asike no fango ko kodo nying mantara bokan Gambia government fango la kodo to akabono akabo ECOWAS le and wo kodo na bota ECOWAS or all these other regional partners ntolta fola ko kodobe nalale ha hospital le gena important tolta ba dundi la jele nga bridge ni mbula wote kala no katu wol fanan ikela interest ikela strategic interest anding fanan munebe Africa la union or sambala nyato wol fanan ka wala jibe so just like I was saying I think it's very important that we look at the project documents because always a lot of what we're saying here, Factory, we are not sure about where the funding is coming from. And like Ajikumba said, the devil is in the details. We need to know to be able to really say that this project is being funded 100% by the Gambia government or this percentage is being funded by ECOWAS or other regional partners or development partners, etc. So we need to look at the document itself to be able to really have an informed discussion on what is happening. So really, all that we can sit down here and talk generally in terms of what advantages and disadvantages that this bridge will have. But we know that in terms of positioning Gambia, and that is very important, positioning Gambia as a regional economic zone, as a regional economic superpower, and using Gambia's strategic location as one of our most important selling points, it is very important to have a bridge to be able to ease transportation within our development partners and we can have transportation and when we're talking about transportation, we're talking about even within, people coming from Sierra Leone, from Nigeria, from Senegal, from Guinea, and all of these other places. If we can facilitate and make it easier in terms of the infrastructure that we have in place to be able to trade sub-regionally, etc., then it will bring a competitive advantage for Gambia. We cannot let Senegal continue to accelerate and really way ahead of us in terms of infrastructure development, in terms of their competitive advantages, etc., without us being able to really explore our competitive advantage in terms of location. So I think the bridge is very important from that angle. But again, we have to look at it in terms of where is the money coming from? Where are we going to get, how is it going to be funded, etc., to be able to really give an informed opinion on that as well. But at the moment, really, because I haven't read the document, I haven't seen it, to be honest with you, I am not able to really tell you, okay, the funding is coming from this, is going to add an extra burden on our economy, etc. And those are all things that, of course, has to be taken into consideration when we look at stuff like this. So again, let's, all of you do, read documents yi xam bala ñoo toog rek parce que di wax tamit di yuxu te oruñu loolu tamit daf dee doy waar te man dama gis Gambian yi lu ne tel ñu ne damana loolu dafa bari fi mu nekk torop si suñ biir démocratie bi fi mu nekk nii I sometimes say that we are abusing democracy and the noise is too much. We need to reduce the noise and do a lot more reading and a lot more digging before we come and really give opinions that really make us look sometimes you know, it doesn't make us look good when we come back and see that, oh, this bridge is not even being funded perhaps by the government. Then we all look like, you know, very ignorant people. So I think we have to be able to do, sometimes when I'm quiet, people say, oh, there's something happening and you're quiet, you're not talking about it. I'm quiet because I'm trying to get the details. I'm trying to get the information that we need to get to be able to have an informed discussion about it, or to be able to write an informed opinion on it. When we don't have that information and we just keep screaming and shouting, etc., it becomes, you know, sometimes it's just so tedious, and it's just so I don't know, it just clogs everything that you cannot hear really the substance that we need to hear, etc. So I think Gambians, we have to be mindful of the noise. We make a lot of noise, and when you look at the noise, a lot of it is not substance. And this is something that's very important. We have to be able to come up with substance. We have to be able to really discuss from a position of being informed before we come on board, and really that is something that is missing in our discourse, and that is very sad. We have to improve. We really have to improve and mature in terms of the way that we discuss things. You know, you'll hear somebody in the comments, you're talking and they say to you, that's not true, you're lying. You don't talk like that. I do not agree is a nicer word. You don't have to agree with me. I don't have to be, you know, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying, but, you know, just say, I don't agree. I have this point, and state your point. But no, that's not true. You're lying. You know, we really have to be mature in the way that we deal. Yeah. So definitely, we have to improve, definitely, and the only way to do that is to start, you know, taking a back seat sometimes and just listening and reading and understanding, and then coming and saying, okay, this is my opinion on this, or this is what this is what I have to say on this issue. And I thank my sister. She's here today, Aji Kumbat Trezor, Closet and Beyond. Because a lot of people don't know, and I, you know, dama dee wax ne duma dee bëgg a feeñal suma nit ñi yëpp parce que bu ma leen feeñalee, you know.
Aji du yow rek de aji doo ko jël de kaay ma la nag xaaral ma break la aji du ma la ko duñ la ko bàyyi nag aji du yow rek de aji nag
aji bàyyi ma ko de. No, but definitely, every time I speak to her, you know, this is a woman who, you know, you speak to her, she adds value. And that's very important. We have to be able to add value in the way that we discuss things. We have to be able to add value to what we bring to the table. And every time I speak to this woman, she gives value to what I'm saying. She gives value to a lot of things, and you learn a lot from her. So definitely, I thank her for always at least taking the call, picking up a telephone and saying, you know, Mama, I want you to take a backseat on this. I want you to read. I want you to do your due diligence before you come over and say anything. I appreciate that, because not everybody will say will advise you in that way, and I appreciate that. Sometimes, yes, it's you know, people want you to talk, but you need to do due diligence, and you need to be able, when you speak, to speak again from a position of being informed. You cannot come and be ignorant about the issues and speak about it in an authoritative way. I think we have to move away from that mindset as Gambians. So definitely, it's a learning process. I'm learning. I learn from a lot of people on Facebook. I learn from a lot of people that I speak to on the phone, etc. So definitely, it's very important. Fatou Jobate, Sham Jobate is also saying something here. We need only 10,000 more. Can the government please help? I don't know what
she
the
was
issue was
talking
before
about
that.
the GDHI. I think it's the GDHI, the health initiative she was talking about. They have raised almost
Okay.
$25,000. She
Okay.
said they raised $25,000. They need only $10,000 to complement. So I think that's a campaign we should all put our hands into. And
definitely, I mean, when it comes to the health sector and what Ifinyasi and her group are doing, you know, it's a very laudable initiative. GDHI, yes, the Gambia Diaspora Health Initiative, and definitely we commend them for what they're doing. And if they give us the information, we'll put it out there, and we will also make the phone calls and really push as much as we can to see how best we can help. Definitely, I commend the work that they're doing. You know, Ifi is always on Facebook, sensitizing, giving information, etc. That's very important. So thank you very much, definitely, to the Gambia Diaspora Health Initiative. This is what we're talking about. People that are coming on board and willing to put their money where their mouth is, and doing the work that is necessary to really improve conditions on the ground. So definitely anything that we can do to help, we will definitely. I'll be more than happy to help. Definitely. And we have seen, like I said, a lot of people, Ajikumba, doing a lot of work with the women gardeners in her, what's the village again? Chairman, I think it's called, and they're doing a wonderful job. This is what we need to do to empower the population, to empower our people, and to really help, our country to develop. Like I said, government cannot develop the country on its own. We have to develop the country. We have to be the ones that come on board and really put our energy, our efforts, to you name it, into developing our country. It takes an effort. A country is not just built by a government, it's built by its people, and we all have to contribute in some way to build our country. So, and that's why, it's very important fact today that we have these discussions. We learn from each other, and we're able to also, like we always say, listen and disagree to disagree, etc., to be able to move our country forward.
Thank you, Mama. I think what we will do going forward, we will try to reach out to the minister, the Works and Communication Works Minister. He is on tour, but like I said, I'll be there on Sunday. So we'll try to reach out to him to get some basic information about this bridge. Possibly have him on the show. We will try that as well. But if not, just to have basic information before we come back next week. But moving forward, can we now talk about the other topic? Mama,
so just to clarify, it's the Treasures Ajikumba's project is at Bikama Jamisa, and they're doing a wonderful job with doing women gardeners there, really helping to empower them, sell their projects, market their produce, etc. And it's very important the way that we empower our women, etc. So definitely, I think we need to be able to highlight these projects, and I hope that next time she's around today, you'll also sit down, have a sit down with her. Yes. And also, yes, and also, just have a 5-minute documentary on what they're doing at Bikama Jamisa to be able to empower other people to also know that helping is not just what you do on Facebook. It's also what is happening on the ground that a lot of people don't get to see. maa ngi nuyu tamit suma sister Fatou Mengambor moom itamit di ko wax ne jërëjëf moom ndeysaan Fatou def she's also such a positive person, and she loves encouraging women. Fi mu nekk di nga ko gis mu dugga di encourage di wax di jàppale, definitely. So we have to highlight these people and say thank you, because they add value to what we're doing, and they are an example of how we can build each other up instead of tear each other down. And if we have more women just coming on board and just helping to build each other up, really we'll have beautiful and great communities, because communities are built primarily by us, the women. And we need to build each other up to be able to build our communities, our children, etc. And we cannot do it if we're tearing each other apart, if we're fighting and we're doing all of these things that are not productive. So we have to be, and I said, moving forward, we have to be much more positive role models, and much more, we have to avoid as much as possible some of these things that do not advance the cause of us, the women. And again, I have to thank Ajikumba for sometimes just sitting me down and say, this is not good. She would just sit me down and say, I know you're going to fight this, and I know you can fight this, but just let it go. Jelaleko, just forget it. Fateko, jelaleko, because you're bigger than this. This is bigger than you. This is something yo mama linger. It's people that look up to you. It's women that want much more from you. And that really, again, and like I said, those conversations add value to a person, because after my talk money, okay, I have to let this go. I have to be better than this, because we have to be we have to show a better example, and every day damay jàngat lu ees damay jàngat how I'm going to improve myself, to be able to show a better example to people that look up to me. So definitely we have to thank all of these women that really contribute to our growth, because we are growing, and it takes it's not just a one-day thing, but it's a growth, it's a journey. Ajikuma said she's coming at the end of the year, so definitely that would be very good for you to sit down with her and also highlight what she's doing with the women of the Kamajamisa, to really show, some of the positive things that are happening in Gambia. Definitely.
Definitely, whenever I watch, I remember watching Aji and the group of ladies Dr. Amina, my sister Jay Balasise, and all the things I see, when those women were speaking, I was sitting home and I was just getting inspired. I'm not the person who will always be writing when someone is on Facebook Live. I just rather watch, but I kept on typing. I kept on typing because, like, everything that I was hearing, like, Gambian, successful Gambian women talking about issues. They're not talking about Ngenti and all this, but everyone was talking about issues. It was so inspiring that I kept on following all these ladies. And recently I realized that Dr. Amina is in town. So I saw, she was not my friend on Facebook, but I saw Aji shared some of the work she was doing. I was so pleased. I had to reach out to her and through her husband, who is the owner of Wazi TV, to say, we definitely want you on the show because she's in the Gambia organizing summer camp for youth, training. Last time she was here, she was teaching at the university. She's a lecturer at the university in the US. She is so good, and like people like that, we need to show people what they're doing. And they're coming here, they don't even want to expose. When I spoke to her, she's like, okay, let's talk about it next week. She doesn't even like want people to know about it. But
Yeah,
these are women that
there's
we need to showcase, Mama. It's important for people to see the kind of work these people are doing. So, but we are very proud of Aji and all those ladies. My sister Jay Bala Sise, they're just doing great, and I'm so inspired by all of them. I am definitely. I am. And Aji has been always so supportive to us. I remember when I was doing before this, when I was doing Gambian showbiz on the Desert TV. When our first program aired, she was the first one who called and said, Fatu, this is a great show. I am so proud of you. But you know what? I want you to do it this way and this way and this way. And that was very important for me. And I want to say thank you for the support. And of course, treasure mom. Dañ fa dee jaar rek gis mu ba jël ko ma ne jàng bi xoolal aji wax ko facture moo fi ñëwoon jël na bi, and she never says anything. So we want to thank her for the support and the encouragement as well. And she's doing a lot of
and
great things.
that's what we need. We need to have more people really developing each other. Like I said, developing the sisterhood, and that way, if we're whole, we are able to help each other more than if we tear each other apart, and really it's counterproductive. So I'm learning a lot from a lot of women that a lot of women that really just show and just inspire me to be a lot more than what I am right now, and that's very important. Xale bu yabaate bi dugga si na ci del sa te moom suma bàjjen bu ndaw la del nag wax dëgg neex yàlla ñu ngi ko congratulate again. Someone like Chilel doing fantastic. Elegance magazine, we've seen the new cover. Definitely keep it up. That's what we want. Mbir mi dafa yaatu, and I think everybody hate nañ si so jarul bu xante ñu ne boy seet boo bëggee seet asamaan foo taxaw rek boo xoolee si kaw rek di nga gis so jarut bu xante beeg yooyu noonu yëpp nañ leen góorgóorlu rek jàppalante su ko defee yëpp jëm kanam. That's very important. But Fatou, we don't have a lot of time, I think. We wanted to talk about the WhatsApp audios as well before we leave, right?
Let me have Aji on. I think Aji,
okay.
Aji, you don't call line be. Aji, haral ma call la si libi. Tegal ma call Aji. Tegal ma call. Because this other line today
and Yunus is saying that we have to start with the government, and like I said, the cabinet needs a lot more women. It needs a lot more youth as well, not just the cabinet, but the whole government needs an injection of women and youth into the system. And that's something that Yunus Haidara, we're going to be fighting for, definitely, because right now the representation is just horrendous.
God, Ajima, don't do the call, see, Libby. Okay, good. I'm trying to call you. Mama, hold on. Mama, go ahead. Why is my call?
Fatou Biteye, ñu ni tamit got involved dinañ try definitely Sweden sax lay wax ñu set up something with the women to help the Gambia Diaspora Health Initiative. Definitely. Ñu help as much as possible ñu ni tamit with equipment, etc. So dinaa wax ñi nga xam ne bëgg nañoo bokk from Sweden, etc. ñu bokk and then ñu link with the Gambia Diaspora, because already suñ amee existing structures in place like the Gambia Diaspora Health Initiative, then it's just a matter of just ñu tamit luñ am ñu liaise ak ñoom su ko defee ñu def ko benn mu nekk benn effort so definitely Sweden tamit ñi nga xam ne bëgg nañoo bokk si lii dimbale Gambia Diaspora Health Initiative bi we will try and just make sure ne ñu get in touch with ñoom ifi ak gars yi ñoom tamit luñ
Mama,
am
hold
rek
on.
ñu wax leen
Mama.
ñu collaborate in that way.
Mama. Mama, we have Aji on the line. Hey, Aji, welcome to Kerr Fatou Fridays.
Tey dina ma xas nag ne ma loo waxee.
Thank you.
waaye kontaan naa ci yéen tey de.
No, tey yow ñun ñoo gën a kontaan am la nag si show bi tey moom. Tey moom.
fi ngeen ko yóbbu fala parce que xam nga Obama in one of his speech he said something about lately he has been very very actually what is the word I want to quote him properly. He has almost like he has been annoyed by a lot of men lately and he made that speech. I didn't make it. He made that. And coming from a man saying that there's a lot of things that we need to do to change things, to include women into whatever we're doing and the dispensation, it's very, very, very important. The reason why, strategically, you are very important, all of the women that are in the media, because of what you represent and the fact that you give women staying power. Women get to be seen, and also very, very important for you to also, not only because we love our men, and we should love them, we should support everything everybody does, because it's whole. But what is very, very important is also to highlight, when we see you guys, it highlights the importance and the intellect of women. And you showcase that. When I see women like you do that, it really is very promising. So this is really fantastic. Continue definitely, and what you guys do to really support and highlight more women in power, because we need to see more women in leadership. And it is very, very important for us to support women, and both men and women to support women, because when we do that, then 52% of your population is not marginalized. 52% of your population's IQ level is being used. So yen lingen nekedi def defesal and the audacity, because lingen def yombut. Parce que jigen bu génné dina dégg saga, dina dégg lu ko naxari, dinañ ko indil paasam, dinañ ko indil a lot of things, all deter you, and all of you have stood in your power. I want to today really acknowledge the respect that I have for women like you and you, but your Mama Sari, yo, and so many other women, that you, with everything that has you've gone through, you've continued to stand in your power. And that is powerful, and so much respect, and with everything that continued to happen. So today, the Malen Buka Dolel, I also content yen ñaar ngeen bokk platform bi, and the tawal lo xamne, and Mama Sarr, I want to applaud you for something that you just said. You guys have to work better in being investigative journalists. And because when you come out, you'll be able to back up the points that you're talking about. You will not be engaged in what everybody does out there, hearsay or saying this is what we think, because hope has to come from you. We have to be able, the public, to get the real information from you guys. So today, gàcce ngalama bi ngeen génnee loolu pour wax loolu, and yëpp happen on your platform, Kerr Fatou. Ñu ngi leen di sant, ñu ngi leen di gërëm, ñu ngi leen di gën a dooleel pour lépp lu ngeen di def. Ngeen look forward, not now. It's not the journey. It is what you're going to overcome tomorrow to achieve for your country, to achieve for Gori, to achieve for Halei, to also achieve for Tigeni. So nothing. I just wanted to ekatilen. I just wanted to walenelen. Lingen de fufula, fingen de fufula, and together, we can get to the mountaintop, and inshallah, we'll meet every one of you at the mountaintop. Madam Albright says something very, very profound. There has to be a place in hell. For every woman who does not support another woman in hell, there has to be a special place for these women. Yalla plus bobonono will become a place for any one of us. Let's uplift each other and dimbale Domi, dimbale Jekari, dimbale the leaders in our country. So Lila Bugona contribute bala may begin the fee.
Oh, whenever she speaks, oh my God. Aji, thank you so much. You
Definitely.
inspire so many. You inspire a lot more Gambian women. Dañ la dee déglu and we have so much respect. Li nga def si biir ak li nga def ci biti ñu bari ñun xam nañ ko am na luñ si xam yàlla xam na ko saa yu nekk support us financially. We go to the shop, get whatever we want. Sometimes when you sa mama dama dem ma ne xale bi kolal aji wax ko Fatou la and that's all I needed to do. You support us, you encourage us, and loolu rek doy na but you inspire so many other women and just keep speaking, continue speaking and continue doing what you're doing. Amuñ luñ la wax waaye di la gërëm appreciate torop man I'm so proud of you guys though man the kind of women I see ngay toogal ñoom Dr. Amina man I kept see yow laa gisee and I have to I followed all of them on Facebook. Dr. Amina Silla, Jay Bala Sise, all these great women, all these great Gambian women nga xam ne nit ñi xamuñ leen waaye soo leen following man through following these people on Facebook I got to
You
know
learn
ñii
so
li ñoo
much.
def liggéey okay fu ñu waaye ñun Gambian yi xamuñ leen. I think it's all of us mama ñun suñu liggéey la pour feeñal jigéen yi lu ñoo def si dëkk bi lu ñoo def Amérique. No, it's important. It's important.
Definitely.
When I was so
and
amazed.
I think, Fatou, I think like we said, going forward, yoo xam nga yiñ am si pipeline bi duñ wax yëpp waaye I think one of the shows will be definitely highlighting women and what they're doing in Gambia and outside of Gambia.
Mama, hold on, Mama Mungenyo. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Dr. Amina Silla.
Wow.
Is actually a university professor at Towson University here in the DC, the Washington DC area. I mean, this woman is so fantastic, and she is involved in a lot of work, both here with the Joy Foundation, and also she is the chief executive officer of this youth movement initiative that she has. So that's why you see her, the summer bi munon na neka America fi otuki dafa dem sama bobu ak njabootam yépp pour jox ko Gambia pour jox Gambia xam nga there are so many people ñoo xam ne and they're giving it to the country and I'm actually coming home maa ngi ñibbisi I'm coming home this actually in the next couple of months so pray for me. Inshallah. I'm coming home because all the work been sitting here and continue to do it in the Gambia foog ñu ñëw Gambia dëkk fa liggéey bi kun jàpp ak ñëpp ñu liggéey bi so lii dafa am solo so because we cannot just from afar and do things projects if you want it to really happen we go and sacrifice bring my family come back home my children and li ñu fa yàlla may rek ñu xam ne loolu la so this is the time to sacrifice for our country all those things that we were doing on the background that people never knew about this is the time to really go and then put our money where our mouth is and continue to work for this country liggéey bii nii muy bridge la ñàkk a bridge muy lépp lu nekk the message has to be Fatou, the message has to be Gambia has struggled a lot. Gambia has gone through the trenches a lot. There's a lot of pain and healing within our people. People have struggled, people have suffered. And that is the reason why people sometimes cannot support some of the programs that the government is pulling out there. The government needs to come out and really touch the people. Because the healing that needs to be done has to be felt. And also talk to them. Every part of anybody who's part of this government need to touch the people because people are in pain. They are in suffering for 22 years of not self-realizing. So Lee has to be also part of that agenda. Healing has to begin. So then social media, how much we hate each other, how much we are struggling to accept each other, how much we are struggling to support each other because we are in pain. And when we get away from that pain, that's when we're beginning to see that this bridge has possibilities. That's when we are beginning to see that there are so many big possibilities. Thanks to the new Kodafat, European Union with the new Kodafat. New Gambians, we have a unique position right now. The meeting, the cabinet meeting, but when we come together and know that this is our problem, the problem can see problem that you look at each other and solve it. It should be so all of us has a stake in this. Whether we get paid or we don't get paid, will come and do it because suñ dëkk moo ñu ñor.
Wow. That's the only way forward. That is the only way forward. Ñu ngi ñaan mama moom ñu ñib si jaama ñoo jàppale ndaw ñi man gis naa aji ñi nga xam ne moo leen fayal université si dëkk bi li moo def macha allah kenn mënuñ koo wax yëpp waaye di ko ñaanal rek yàlla gën a yokk doole bi ak man-man bi ak éene bi fi mu ko jëlee yàlla saama ko saama njaboot ji am na solo lool jàppale bi nga jàppale njaboot and you are inspiring so many other women aji man whenever I listen to you especially sa Ramadan Chronicles I listen to it ma gis sa doom like when you look at people like you jàngal sa doom yi Quran yaa ngi leen a tax inspire si Quran ba xale di jàng Quran ñi te America leen juddoo màggee fa yaroo fa tey that kind of you ñun tam at our level I think what we should do is just wane li ngeen a def it's important loolu wane sa liggéeyi morom loolu alxuraan si boppam moo ko santaane kon li nga def ñu ngi la si jaajëf di la kontaan si yow bu baax it's important and we are so proud of you I say it everywhere fuñ dem whenever we dañ ko dee wax saa yu nekk man I always say it saa yu ma leen gisee may gis Aji Fida may gis Siga may gis Dr. Bala may gis Dr. Amina I'm like oh my God these women they just inspire me like crazy and we are so proud of you thank you for everything thank you Aji.
Waa xaaral ma bàyyi leen I'm running late into a meeting xam nga bàyyi leen.
waaw
leen di ziare bu baax a baax di ziare sa listeners yi.
waaw
di wax mama.
yeah.
And you, both of you, I love you from the bottom of my heart. You're beautiful women. You're resourceful women. You're women who can do anything that you put your mind to.
Thank you.
So just keep on trending and keep on just going. I love you all for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Thank you, my sisters.
Thank you, sister. We love you more. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God,
and Fatou.
waxal rek ma daw Magi dawal ma jokki caabi gaawal waxal man Aji moom.
Definitely lii lañ doon wax ne definitely ñu ne nit bu dul gërëm nit sax doo mun a gërëm yàlla parce que yàlla lu muy def si nit la koy jaarale loolu musu ñoo gis fenn yàlla wàcca defaral boppam su nekk rek daf koy jaarale si nit ko soo ku munta gërëm nit mënu laa gërëm sa moromi doom aadama kon yow doo mun a gërëm yàlla parce que definitely liñ wax rek la foofu rek la koy mun a jaarale like I said ndeysaan suma xarit bi Prince Almami James Junior mu ngi may laaj maa ngi koy wax rek ne very soon actually plans are on the way yu bari sax fi mu nekk nii dem na already so mani tamit léegi tey rek ngeen gis ma Gambia incha allah very very soon and ñun ñëpp comme buy seet rek dinañ foog ñu sacrifice rek dem toog jàppale si liggéey bi fuñ mun a nekk nag secteur bi ñu mun a nekk rek jàppale dinañ ko def incha allah and like I said man I don't like dama foog ne there are already existing structures in place yoo xam ne needuñ pour create new things the Gambia Diaspora Project, healthcare project, we need to work with them. New channel any help that we can in Sweden through them, new in that way. And I also think that Madam Banjul Tamit, Kerrfatou Mungfa, and I will work with them instead of creating anything new because we should be able to work with each other, new empower each other, new help each other. That's always been my mantra.
Like we said, breaking news. Guys, that's breaking news. Voilà.
Definitely the Aji Kumba ak suma xarit bi Prince Almami James comme ni ma ko waxee I'm coming back very very soon and one of the things that I'm going to be doing is a show boo xam ne dinañ highlight jigéeni Gambia ak liñ nekk di def and it will be produced by Kerr Fatou dinaa ko man maay ko ron but it will be produced by Kerr Fatou inshallah loolu mun naa leen ko may fii tey ñu may leen boobu Fatou ñu xam ne boobu is on the way it's coming and we'll be looking at youth and women dinañ seet youth si li ñoo def Gambia lu positive ñu highlight ko seet jigéen yi tamit li ñuy def ànd ak ñoom si fiñ koy defee seen liggéeykaay yeeg yooyu noonu waxtaan seeg ñoom génnee ko fesal ko nit ñi gis inspiring people everyday heroes lañ koy ooyee ñu mel ni ñoom Fat Cham Jobaate ñëw am boutique Gambia ñu mel ni ñoom Fat Menga Mboor ñoo ñëpp dinañ leen génnee si show bi dinañ leen indi ñoo xam ne dinañ ñëw wone ñu ngi indi beauty section bi nekk si salon bi si beauty section bi si healthcare bi fu nekk daal fu jigéen ak youths nekk dinañ fa dugga inshallah bu ci cat dugga bu ci cat dugga bu ci cat dugga ah boobu mu ngi ñëw su Fatou ñëwee
I have iPhone Apple I have almame mbula yamu bàyyi ma almame
so definitely li nga ko waxee yal na bu ci cat dugga yal na bu ko dara lifin waaye bugga nañoo ñëw dugga indi comme ku mel ni ñoom like I said Fatou Thiam Jobaate fu mel ni moom dina ñëw ñu ànd ak moom dem si boutique am dem si fu muy liggéeyee indi génnee li moo def our everyday heroes xam nga ñun duñuy appreciate ñun si suñ boppa suñ everyday heroes yi nit ñoo xam ne everyday ñu ngi contribute ñu ngi def something ñu ngi add value to the Gambia to the economy to what is happening in the country ñun loolu la ñoo ñëw indi génneel leen youth and women empowerment indi leen ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi liggéey ñu ku mel ni Jaaxa Dukure xëy na buy tukki benn tukki ñu ànd ak moom ànd ak moom dem won leen li ko àdduna si fonkee won leen li muy def si àdduna si ni mu rafetee loolu dinañ ko def incha allah programme boobu mu ngi ñëw so ngeen ñaanal ñu rek yëpp dem a jàmma it will be produced by Kerrfatou comme ni nga ko waxee man dama believe in working within the existing structures believe ma in ñëw create something of my own te fekk ne jigéen bu mel ni Fatou mu ngi fa ma mun a liggéey ak moom ñu mun a liggéey ñun ñëpp ku nekk li la si yàlla wërsëgal nga am ko ci so definitely dinañ def loolu te dinaa ko indi programme bi dina ñëw on Kerrfatou ak beneen programme boo xam ne boobu nag duñ ko waxangum waaye boobu tam dina ñëw produced by Kerrfatou boobu tam dina ñëw incha allah so like I said Prince Almami James bul woori xëj na yow sax dinaa ñëw itamit toog ak yow ñu waxtaan si looy yëngu looy def ak li ngay contribute so yooyu noonu dinañ ko def incha allah kay Prince Almami la léegi-léeg ñu disagree but I like him and I like the way that he would come and just correct you in a very respectful way and that's what we need sometimes duñ mën a agree sometimes nit def mistake waaye soo ci waxtaanee moom mu appreciate ko understand ko and I appreciate him
rek ngeen juboo please Almami
so definitely Fatou Thiam parel show bi mu ngi ñëw dañ lay jëli from Angleterre la ñuy ànd ak yow wàcca ba Gambia wane li ngay def Angleterre wane li nga def Gambia ñu wane ko ñëpp gis ko mu inspire you can inspire a lot of other women a lot of other youth yoo xam ne tamit xëy na xamuñu woon the possibilities of that so definitely the show is coming on Kerrfatou produced by Kerrfatou like we said Kora group bi and it will be very soon inshallah so ngeen ñaanal ñu rek ñu yàlla laf cat bu ci cat dugga
laf cat
Fatou Touré yaaga nañ fi tey
te yaaga nañ foog naa ne audio si foog naa ne audio yi ñu bàyyi ko ba next week
waaw audio yi foog ñu bàyyi ko ba next week fi mu nekk nii foog ma dem yëkka tamit xale yi lekka tam nga yaa ngi ma gis maa ngi tooga maa ngi jóga ka ñëw
man sax ma xam nga so xam naa ne fii
kon ñu tàggoo
audio yi fii lañ ñu bàyyi audio yi ba next week ñu wax si audio yi am na solo mama li xew si dëkk bi fu mu ne nii garaaw na trop nit ñi di record nit ñi di ko def loolu ñaaw na waaye dinañ Keba Kacha ñu ngi ut nit ba tey pour Keba Kacha ba tey amuñ nit because ñu ngi evaluate people I think that's the mama show boobu so I'm still looking for xam nga tey ñoom am nañ show bu es bi ñoom Bora Alaaji Mohamed they're starting their show next week Saturday ñu ngi ko tuddee Wulaa Mankacha am nga ñooñu comedian lañ so we want to people like ñooñu ñu ngi am seen show Manding Bantaba but we want to suñu online platform bi want to make it more attractive so they will be coming on suñu amee Saturdays suñu amee the brunch from 12 to 2 and then from 3 to 4 ñu ngi am Wulaa Mankacha and then Sunday is definitely entertainment waaye xam naa ne moom Keba Kacha bi moom beneen affaire la boobu
but Fatou Touré Prince Almami mu ne moom tam conversation bi mu record yow ak moom dina ko génnee boobu moom dina doy waar waaye comme ni ñoo wax ñoo faat ne nga mboor yëpp nañ pare dinañ leen jëli ba London ànd ak ñoom ñëw Gambia seet li ñoo def Angleterre ak li ñoo def Gambia so it will be a very nice show bu ñu kenn piraté nag bu ñu kenn piraté
yaa ko wax de
bu ñu kenn piraté laa wax no but it's coming very soon It's coming very soon, and we will definitely highlight what the youth and the women of the country are doing, both inside the country and outside the country. so di ngeen ñu gis ci dëkk yëpp in America, in the US, in Germany, fu nekk di ngeen ñu fa gis ñu indil leen doomi réew mi li ñuy def loo xam ne foog nañ ne lii bu ko ñeneen gisee mun nañ cee jànga wala mun nañ cee ñoom itamit ñu inspire leen pour ñu def something like we said mbir mi dafa yaatu fu nit taxaw rek gis asamaan so kon lu nekk lu nit di def rek keneen mun na ci war mun a roy moom itamit am si wërsëgam so dinañ leen indil the sort of things that people are doing and we will hopefully, that will be a way of also empowering our youth and our women to really inspire to be and do much more. So definitely that's coming on the Kerrfatou platform, produced by the Cora Group, definitely.
And it's going to be yeah.
Waaw déggul kii moom gis nga Sambu Jaadama mu ne free advertisement la bëgga moom fii la ñoo fekka
Sambu Jaadama no problem
Hanga Prince Almami yaxana yëpp nag mu ne he loves listening to Jeeks kii ku ko wax ne ñun jeek la ñun disket yu mel ni ñun Prince Almami di ñu oyee jeek Fatou rek kii war naa dem kii dama ko yóbbu koot man tam damaa dem koot damay dem koot
Prince Almami mi
man bu ma kenn oyee anti bu ma kenn oyee jeek young girl la disket
loolu laa de suma xale suñu anti Fatou ma ne ko bu ma ko déggaat mais oyee ma Fatou
but definitely ñu ngi tàggu ñëpp ba next week inshallah Friday with another Kerrfatou Friday si Facebook platform bi so we hope we will ñun ñëpp ku nekk have a good productive weekend and a good week as well bañ tasewaat next Friday inshallah on the Kerrfatou Facebook platform then ñu continue waxtaan bi like we said waxtaan la rek dañuy waxtaan we're not always right. We don't always know the answers or even know some of the things. So we always rely on you guys watching us. Put ngeen yéen itamit contribute through calls or through the messages that you send. And si noonu tamit ñun tamit la ñuy jàngee. But like we always said, nañ ñaan rek ñu ko always keep clean and productive because xale yi tamit fii la ñuy jàngee ñoom itam fii lañ ñoo gisee di ñu seetaan. So let's keep it clean and productive and really respectful. So ko defee ñu mun a advance the discussion further. Tima Sow moom duma ko faale parce que moom man wax naa leen bu ma kenn ooyee anti mama anti Fatou moom bugguma bokkuma waaw mun naa ñàkk jeeg anti mama anti Fatou ma ko kenn ooyee waaw maa bañ Fatou Camara ñu ngi lay wax thank you yow tamit thank you to all of you listening and watching us wherever you are.
Fatou Camara suma daale.
Welcome, Fatou. Have a good weekend as well.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend, Mama. So we will talk later on. So, guys,
Inshallah.
Thank you so much. Inshallah. Tima, good night to you all. I'll play you some Jaliba. Munir Dabo.
Next time, we're playing Janjambure.
Janjambure. Harama seetal la ko.
Janjambure mooy suma Jaliba.
Harama seetal la ko. Harama seet.
Waaye bii tam neex na nag Mumini Bayo bii tam neex na I love this one.
Mumini Bayo bi neex na de.
Waaw Mumini Bayo bii neex na torop bii moom bii I love this one as well. Waaw bii tam neex na ma moom.
Jaliba bi neex na
yow kenn du la faale duma la faale. dafa yebaate soo ma ootee jeeg wala anti di nga xam. Very important Jaliba kuy déglu woyami di nga si jàngal lu bari very very important. Oh, very nice song. Fatou xaaral ma dem waaye balaa ma ko yëngatu ñu ma dugal YouTube su ma fi yëngatoo ñu dugal ma YouTube du baax bye bye su ma la dégloo si roon dinaa mën a fecca
baax na ok
Good night to you all. See you next week. See you next week. Bye bye. See you guys next week. Bye. Next week, inshallah. Good night.